Hello, welcome to this live. This one is totally different to the one that you would have seen me do before. This is an eyes down, a top down video of I just thought I haven't got time to go live. I don't want to put makeup on and get all smartly presented. I don't want to get on camera how I look right now. I just want to chill out and craft, and I just thought, let me try it. Let me do a video, not a video, a live stream, and see who's about, see if it's something that people like to watch, just to come and hang out for a little bit, chill out, and just see what the vibe is really, because I'm going to craft anyway, so I may as well enjoy doing it. I have some decoupage things I'm working on at the moment, and basically I'm trying to do some card making. I'm not very good at planning out the card layouts and so on, so at the moment it's a case of these are, I'm gonna have to do these upside down so you guys can see, but I'm just popping out the designs and then I'm gonna layer them up and then turn them into a card. I'm going to cut these ones if they don't come out right. I know you guys are a bit far away because you're high up on the screen, which isn't great. Depends if you're watching on mobile. So pop in the comments if you're watching on mobile or real time, real world. What am I saying? I haven't done a live for a week, so I'm just really tired. But yes, we've got somebody in the house. Thank you for tuning in. We have, I'm going to try not to get neck ache as well. This is a foiled decoupage. I've still got my dressing on and I'm just all snuggled up at the moment. It's just chilly and I was up late crafting last night. I was really tired, so I just felt like I wanted to cut off from all the pressures of what I'm trying to work on at the moment and just relax basically. So these decoupage kits, this was £1 for, I made this one. That was £1 for the whole sheet, basically, a whole A4 sheet, and I was able to make these, and I basically glue them together and they become a lovely 3D. I've got this special glue, I've just tried it. It's this it's called Collall, COLLALL, and you can buy it with the syringe and tools or without. So once I've used the whole tube of glue, I can keep the syringe, rinse it out, or just pull out the silicone and then use it for, just use the refill, just the tube. So you know, when it comes to decoupage, I kind of think, well, when I need a craft project to work on, I'm a bit stressed. It's best to take away the decision making from the crafting. So for example, this is decoupage where you build the layers up. I should actually be a bit more professional with this and just cut. I don't know what I'm doing. It's just therapeutic. So these scissors are super sharp, be careful. I filled my bin, so I'm just going to chuck this on the floor for now because of the angle. You guys don't really want to see me going in the bin. Yeah, this die cut didn't go through very well, so I'm just going to do that one. But I am just TikTokers. Hello, Sudi. How are you? I am literally just doing some crafting. I thought I would share it with everybody on camera. This is a decoupage set. How have you been? Have you been working constantly? Are you just very much a workaholic at the moment, aren't you? Bless you. I don't blame you. You're still young. It's important to get working. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, very much appreciate you coming in. This is how we make cards in the UK, sort of the old school way, where you buy sets and decorations, embellishments, and you build up layers. My mum likes Tutankhamun and that kind of thing, and she's not really got much stuff related to this, but I bought this thinking, yeah, I could use all these bits and bobs to make a card. There was also a sheet that went with it, so then you cut that backing sheet and put it on. Oh, bless you. Thank you. I appreciate that from all your different accounts. Those of you watching TikTokers, Gillies, she's a really lovely girl. She's working in Kuwait at the moment in a coffee shop, and she's growing her YouTube channel at the moment. She's got a different channel as well. I've forgotten the main channel because I met her ages ago, and the you know, they're all proper ones. They're all proper ones. So we've cut everything out. Yes, if it doesn't pop out, I have got some old decoupage things that I bought from a stash. A stash is what you call if you're not in the crafting world, all your crafting bits, and people de-stash, meaning they sell all their bits and bobs. So I'm just going to group these because if I want to make a card, I need to sort of put them all together to match them up. So this would be part of that card, and see if I can make one card, two cards, what I need to do to even make a card, because it is just a bit of a task one learning how to put all these together, because as I say, this is sort of an old school way to make cards. So I'm just going to group all of one theme together and see, even if they, as I say, they might make two cards as opposed to one. Those go together. And this one. And this one. They're beautiful though. These are foiled. I mean, £1 is so great. So the birds are on this one. It's not a cabochon, is it? Is it a cabochon? I don't know. I don't know which. Oh, this one goes with this one. That one goes over there and there. Best wishes. So you need a sentiment on every card. That's one of the basics you need. Thank you, Suzette and Charles. Hi guys. I haven't seen you guys for so long. I've just felt busy again. I've been, like, a few weeks ago when I got my internet back, it was like, right, let's go out visiting zoos and parks and places. And now, oh, this is the backing. I didn't show you properly. So this one is for this side, and this one's for this side, and then you've got the bar across the top. So again, that might help the layout for card making. I'm just chilling out. So a few weeks ago, the weather turned to not be as nice, so we stopped going out to places. And then it was like, okay, I need some money. So what can I do? So I started to look at ways to earn money, bring in the revenue again. What projects can I reopen? And so I've been a bit busy working on that. But how are you guys? How is everyone? Happy Friday. So this sentiment I'm going to look at next. This is my main embellishment. And then I think really it should go on to there. I don't think it needs a gold background because I'm going to lose some of this really pretty stuff here. I will try and drop the camera down later. What do you guys think of the angle? You got this. Thank you. I would wonder what emoji. Oh, I see. Oh, the camera angle hurts my neck a bit to look up at the camera, so I've got another view from the side. I've just got a little tripod with legs that wrap around. I've got two rulers sticking out of a shelf. So at the moment I can't film from too low, which obviously it would be better to film low, but I'm just thinking about how I can film. Living Sombinia, hello, thank you, TikTokers. New name there. Thank you. So I have just going to stick this on, and this is therapeutic. I hope you guys enjoy watching this. Please let me know, and then I can share with you guys more of these moments. And I'm literally just going to put this is silicone glue, which gives you a 3D effect. So it's quite easy to control actually. I'm going to put a bit on in each corner. You don't have to get it accurate or neat. That's the good thing about it. But I do need the tweezers right now. So I'm just going to try and line it up nicely. But card making is relaxing, and I hope you guys will feel a little bit relaxed while you're watching. So I could have used these little foam pads to stick this together, but foam pads are, you have to keep peeling the back off. Good morning, Bill. How are you doing? I've just been so out of the YouTube thing this week. Just doing a bit of card making on camera. This is an old school kind of decoupage. It was a sheet. I popped out all this decoupage. How are the girls? Are they all right? All lovely ladies. I did see Lucy on the other day, but I just didn't chat because I was at my mum's house, so I didn't. By the time I actually watched it back, you guys had finished, so I didn't get to chat. But it was lovely to see her on the camera doing the live. So that was cool. And your little girl, Lily, bless her. Are you well? Are you well? What are you up to today? Was that a silly question? Picking, packing, listing. I listed a load of my sister's Halloween stuff yesterday, so that was good. I'm getting a bit more motivated to list now, not so much on a block. So yeah, I'm literally just trying to make, I love making cards for people, but I'm not always that good at the design and how to make it look decent. So I'm just going to use this old set and see how it goes. I did buy this only a few months ago, so it's not old, but you never know what's kicking around in these craft shops and how long they have stock for, waiting for someone to just buy it. So this embellishment goes with this one. So I'm going to pop that one on. Again, just this little, this is so much easier than using those glue pads. I had to come in my craft room last night and just chill because I was getting really stressed out with all the things I'm trying to work on. So it just helped me to just relax. TikTokers, you are fab. Thank you so much, TikTokers. Love you so much. Lily's messing about. My little one's downstairs at the moment. Her daddy's off work today. It's the one Friday. When I met him, I was like, what? You only have one day off a week? So he managed to negotiate an extra Friday off a week. So he has Saturdays off. So little one's all quiet down there at the moment. Oh yeah, I didn't notice you said about the SD card. What nightmare. You've got these error messages. I watched a YouTube training from YouTube Space London yesterday. I want a bit more 3D on there actually. Got a pile on the glue, I think. So, and they were saying about the sound, if you're doing an interview with somebody, like let's say I felt like I could work on telly after the training. I was like, oh my god, I've learned so much about sound production and microphones and all that kind of stuff. And they gave a name for your little, it's called a wind hopper or something. I can't remember now. That little fluffy thing you have on a microphone to stop the wind. Wind chaser. I don't know. Oh no. I've got the loop. Oh, that's not nice. Okay, so what else? You go work, my sweetie. Take care, TikTokers. I'll see you later. Thank you for coming in. Bless you. It's been ages since I've seen you on the live, so it's good to catch up. We're just different time zones, aren't we? TikTokers from Kuwait, Bill. Lovely girl, really lovely girl. I'm not making a good job of this, am I? These tweezers only grip in a certain place. That's better. I've got a bit more volume there now. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm just going to leave it to dry out the way. And then it's sort of working out what I can do. Oh, I think I'm probably best layering up some of these. I think I might layer this on top of there. And then I've got less things to worry about making a dead cat. Yeah. Yeah, dead cat. So, yeah, I just felt like I just needed to just chill out and do some crafts last night. So I just came into here and I was like, what can I do that's not stressful? I haven't got any decision making activities in it. And I just thought, you know what? I can just make some die cuts. So I had my machine out, manual die cutting machine, and I just cut little pretty embellishments like these. If you guys like twinkly stuff, Bill, I don't know if you like twinkly stuff or not on a Friday night, just on Fridays, or I made little. This is, you turn these into flowers. It's a common thing now to be crafting. So you get a tool and you curl. I forgot which way you do it. I think you do it with the outside, and you curl that round. I've got an electric one I've not actually used before. Am I digressing somewhat? Oh, where's my acrylic tool? I never used it, and when I want to use it, I haven't got it. Oh, it's in my quilling box, isn't it? Of course, but there is one here. There is one here, and I've done it wrong because I should have done the back. But that's something you learn. Hydrate and virtual hug. Thanks, TikTokers. But basically, it might work out okay actually, because then you can see the pretty. This is glitter card that's non-shed, which means glitter won't go everywhere. And you basically roll it, and it makes a gorgeous 3D flower. So you can use these on your Christmas tree, on your ornaments and stuff. But this is double the thickness, so I've got to help it by rolling it a bit more. I haven't made paper flowers for so long, but these kinds of things are things you can do in front of the telly actually. But I just wanted to just chill out and have some space. but my electric quilling tool should be like really quick to make these paper flowers, basically. So I'm not actually getting any pull from the middle of this anymore, so I'm just using it to keep the coil in place while I roll. And then you glue gun it. I haven't got my glue gun out. I don't think my silicone glue gun will hold it. I'll glue it again later, but just want to show you guys on a demonstration. So you can use a machine to cut these automatically, or as you can see, that circle that I need to glue it onto, and that's too big for what I've given myself. So that's okay to let it expand and to pull it out. And I could have curled the sides, but I can do that afterwards when I'm sat in front of the telly. And you've got this beautiful little snow rose. Ta-da! So yeah, I've got to try and stop saying so and I keep saying that every video and then I forget. Got Corrie on my earphones now. Just press play. These are what you can get from a die cut machine where you've got a metal die. It's a metal shape and it pushes out when you roll it through with card and the rolling sheets. It cuts out these things. So these are cute cards when I work out what to do with them. And I did loads of other shapes. You can cut out words, phrases, but you have to buy the die for each one. Whereas if you use a machine, a Cricut machine I've got, I'm not going to change camera angle because I can't get it back in place, then you can cut out anything that you can make into a digital SVG or PNG file or JPEG. So just how cute is that? But I don't know what to do with that because that's the reverse. That's what was chopped out. But I just think how gorgeous is that going to be on top of some nice royal blue card and put a little reindeer on there. So I spent the evening cutting those out from cards and using my scraps to cut out little ones. I'll show you some of the cute shapes I've got. And if you guys are looking for ways to chill out, maybe crafting is the way. So you can see these aren't the best ones, but they're the mini ones. I just don't like chucking card away if it's really pretty stuff. It's a waste. So we've got stuff like happy birthday, magical, poinsettia leaves, but that one didn't cut right. I'm still remembering how to use the cutting machine. It didn't go through all the way back. So well, there you go. I would never have known that, would I, Bill? I would never have known you had a cameo for vinyl decals. You've got a few businesses under your sleeve, haven't you now? You're like a mystery box. Every video I watch, I learn something new. So you were doing decals because you had a business, didn't you? It's not a man thing to do, is it? Well, I don't mean that in a funny way. I mean, it's usually women who do the little fiddly labels and things, but I can understand for sign writing, for sign making, why people would have that. So yeah, I use a Cricut Explore Air to cut stuff. I couldn't believe it when I found out that it cut any shape I wanted. I was like, oh my god, when I first looked at it in Hobbycraft. I've put the glue on these and I haven't, it's still sticky. So yeah, I put the glue on these and they didn't dry, so I'm going to finish the job off. But yeah, in Hobbycraft, as I was saying, when I looked about not 3 years ago, my daughter was born 3 years ago, I looked 4 years ago at these machines and you had to put a cartridge in and I was like, I don't want to pay 20 quid for a load of bird pictures so I can only cut out birds, or I can do hexagons and squares and all these shapes. But I then decided to here she goes. I then decided to I was in Hobbycraft, I always have a look at the aisles. I always go up and down and up and down, and I'm constantly just sussing out what they've got. It's how you know, okay, women like to go shopping, so it was great to just kind of constantly, oh, I see now, I can just lay these up, because I don't think I'm going to put these on a card anyhow. I don't think it's going to look very good. I don't even know what to do with that yet. But I think the idea is to get a layout of the card. I'm just going to go and get a card blank, because then I can see. I think it needs to be these are my Amazon jobbies. Myra's in the house. Hello, Myra. Thanks for coming. Thanks, Bill, as well, for coming. I haven't properly said thank you. How are you guys? I'm sorry I haven't been watching many videos. I just felt a bit rushed. Still trying to catch up with doing stuff. I've watched the odd little one. So we're just doing card making, Myra. I just felt like I'm in a nice quiet space where I could sit the camera up without any stress and just film my workspace. I've got a shelf above me where Mark, my partner, worked on all of my... He put some boxes up this side. Can you see? No, this side. Okay, probably best just go with the real side. So he put some boxes up against the wall, some cubes. So I've got cubes I can just grab stuff from. And then above, I've got two big shelves, and I've got two rulers sticking out because a selfie stick rotates and twists. And then I've got a little Gorilla Pod alternative for my. It's actually I think it came with my action camera mount. So that is clipped to some rulers that's sticking out of the shelf with stuff on top, and they're hanging onto a bracket. Sorry, I've got the legs attached to a twisty thing that's clipping onto my iPhone, and the legs are attached to the rulers. So basically my phone's hanging in the air, and that's how I've managed to do this. And I've got a lamp clipped up. So I think if I kind of get used to that kind of rig, I can connect with you guys a bit more. Maybe while I'm packing stuff, I can still be online chatting and so on, and seeing everybody, because I'm just finding it, I don't really want to get on camera at the moment lately. I've just been a bit tired, and when you're on camera you have to talk more attentively. I know that sounds odd. So I'm going to take my card blanks out now to see if I can sort of get a card made up. Things you find from out. I spent about half a day on Pinterest. Myra, if you've met Bill, he's a British reseller. He knows his stuff. He's been doing it a while, and he knows his stuff about YouTube as well. He's got some good setups. So have a good old look through his videos if you are interested in improving your YouTube experience. How has your week been, Myra? I know you're still doing your unboxings. Lovely to see. So I think if I know the size I'm working with, I can see if I can use some gold. Sound like a Londoner. Sound like Bill. I'm going to use some gold card. Hello, Michelle. Hi. I've missed your videos. I saw you. I think you've been doing your interviews when I'm going to bed. So I've missed you. Nefertiti, or was it Tutankhamun? I typed in to Google some inspiration to see a card that was made with this sheet, and I couldn't find it. So, but you've got two, haven't you? So is the lady Nefertiti, and there's Tutankhamun, not Nefertiti. My Egyptian history is no longer existent. I've just forgotten everything. So Michelle, for your purposes of joining me, thank you. Welcome to the live stream again. I just figured I would get doing some crafting while I could, and I've got these kits where you haven't got to do too much thinking. They need to be vertical. So if I've got a vertical add-on, then I kind of need to use the space on the side, I think. And I have to layer these. These aren't going to be like this. I'm going to put some card underneath to make it pop, because it's not going to look great just doing it like that. But I think if I can maybe layer these up a little bit, put those on there. That one goes on this side. I don't know, it was £1 for the whole sheet. Oh wait, this was the backing sheet. Okay, let me try. You see, I don't really know yet. This is why I'm still trying to build the layers up, but I'm just trying to chill. But I wouldn't have known that was Nefertiti, Myra. Thank you for saying. So if that's there, and this is my... I have got some other craft blanks that are bigger. I feel like I need a bigger one for this, but I don't want to feel pressured. In crafts, you need to just do what works for you. So if I cut that as the backing, it's a shame to waste all that beautiful stuff and put a bit of card on top there, really. I think I will cut out that to suit this shape and have it as a back, then it looks a lot better and I can piece it together a bit more. I just get stressed out with the whole decision making side of craft sometimes. You've got all this stuff and you don't know what to do with it. So Michelle, how have you been? Are you still doing your exercising? I haven't done a single thing, but I have cleared out the conservatory to put. I need to move these out of the way. I have cleared out the conservatory to get to the gym kit, the gym equipment. Got a treadmill, stepper, and a row machine. I think we can get to 2 out of 3 of those. Yeah, so let's get the chopper out. This is a cricket chopper. It comes with the cricket accessories kit, but I managed to get a bundle for Christmas. Had to drive your son to work early today. Oh, I see. I'm good. I was stressed out last night, but I came up to my craft room, put some music on, and had a bit of a boogie. There's an iTunes playlist that's got some tunes from the 20s, 2000, year 2000. Pale yellow. Ah, I like it. They see I've got an extra benefit coming on to doing the crafting live. Yes, I've got a pale yellow. Will that go with... yeah. Right. So if I cut this out, I could leave the gold on. So, but this trimmer and the tools, like all these, was like £35, but they've lasted me so long. All these white tools here. I have lost one. I think it probably slipped in the bin because I haven't seen it for years. Oh no, did that? I'm not sure actually. But yeah, it's a shame. You just pop this off to replace the blade. There's a spare blade underneath, and there's a scoring blade in there as well. But I do need to buy a new blade. It's not the best, but it's in a nice cut on there. The lighting is the best I can do at the moment, everyone. Oh yeah, Michelle, we were talking about music, weren't we? This was the ones I added to my library were things like Teenage Dirtbag from Vitas, all the kind of started out with a kiss. I don't think I saved that one though. I Predict a Riot. There was some of the rap stuff. Eminem Maybe Twice. I don't think I saved that one, but I had a good bop to it. So I had a bit of disco up here while I was cutting stuff out. It was good. I'm trying to do exercise a bit more, be a bit more, use a few more calories. Oh, things pop up on my... Oh, now I'm horizontal. Has it twisted, guys? That is so annoying. I spent ages trying to get the view right. Has it changed? No, I couldn't. Zone Photography. Oh my gosh. Hey, Bill, this is the chap I was telling you about. He's got this channel and he's come to see me doing... This isn't using my action cam, Zulf. I don't know if I've got a cable to use, a 5-pin cable. Bill LB Retro, who was watching earlier, I think he might still be here. He was talking about action cameras and setups and things like that, and he knows quite a lot about all these different things. And I mentioned your name the other day because I've been watching how to use Zulf Photography's content, how to mount a little action camera so that I can do a top down. And this is a good moment that you popped in, really, because actually you've seen the reason why I shouldn't use my iPhone to film from above on StreamYard mobile. I should have connected my laptop and trying to find a cable to connect the camera from my laptop all the way up to the top down view. How are you doing, Zulf? Thank you so much for coming. I did turn off auto rotate actually, and it it twists so much. It's putting it back on the mount. I turned the rotate on. I don't want to be seen on camera. I'm not got my face done today yet. So if I vertical, if I now put that down, is that going to be better again? Hopefully. We've got, yeah, the owl is upside down, and that's the correct angle. So let me see if I can. Plus, silly me, when I got my fancy case for my phone. Oh, we're back. When I got my fancy case for my phone to keep it all properly lined up. Oh, I'm so tired, guys. You can tell I'm stressed. I put this blooming pop and pop thing on the back to keep have a little pop out. It's not like a phone ring, it's a phone stud thing that you can stand your phone up on, and it's got a little poppy outy springy circle so you can hold your phone and not drop it, that kind of thing. But it does really it looks better quality than I would get from an action camera. Oh yeah. So Maya is receiving gifts and prizes for your unboxings. Oh, that's lovely. Oh wow. Oh, that's really cute. It's really nice when you actually get famous for doing unboxings and you get sent stuff. My only claim to fame was I was filming a Maserati. I was filming just my friend looking at cars, and we had this Maserati and we were looking at. We sneaked into the Maserati garage. We were looking at I think she was looking at Vauxhalls or something. And then so we sneaked into Maserati and a good little look round, and of course the salesman liked to show off the nice cars, and we did a little exhaust shot filming the exhaust of the engine. And then next thing I know, so I was chatting with my friend, was, oh, she does YouTube and blah blah blah, she was bigging me up. Next thing I know, I got an invitation to go to Jaguar, Marshall's Jaguar, the dealership in Peterborough, who were doing Land Rover, Volvo and Jaguars. So I managed to get a test drive in a 5 litre or 5.2 litre F-Type, which was beautiful. And that was my best ever video that I edited. But I was recently back from a trip to America and hadn't got all my setup back together and wasn't used to filming on location. So I didn't have my spare battery packs, didn't have several cameras. I did, but they weren't all fully charged, my iPhone, so didn't film it the best. But it's the best video I ever edited because I really spent time putting music to it. So that was my kind of best gig as a YouTuber. That's my only freebie, I think. Having a test drive in a F-Type, which was amazing. So what else have we got in common? Aid, hello Aid, lovely to see you. This is a completely different one. I'm still in my fluffy, cuddly. It's been cold outside. It's really cold outside. In my fluffy dressing gown, my PJs, because I just woke up this morning. My other half went to sleep really really late, so we stayed downstairs, my daughter and I, after getting up this morning, just chilling out, just having breakfast. And then it was like, right, Daddy's up. He's awake. Come on, you spend some time with your daddy. I said to my little one. So she's now downstairs watching telly with him while I come up and do some stuff for me without a toddler to worry about. It's my partner's day off. So I'm just like, right, I'm going to crack on with some bits, bobs. And then when she gets fed up and wants to be around me again, it's like, right, okay, you have some toys to play with. You watch this. I'll get showered and sorted. And yeah, so honest mum's life. Apologies. But I'm still in my snuggles. Okay. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I could take a picture of it. Michelle, if you're still around, did you go and see your dad? Because you hadn't seen him for ages. How did that go? I'm sure it must have been by now. Yeah, this is a complete different live. I'm just literally... Oh, you're in your dressing gown too. Hey, I forgot I'm in the company of resellers. Yay. That's so funny. So have I got another iPad? Oh, is my iPad on Instagram? So we can do a live. Oh, guys, this is a bit funny. I've not done multitasking before. No, I'm not. I can download it. I can download Instagram. I have all my logins connected to this one. My phone's done. It is funny. It's really funny in my setup. And I really haven't got this glamorous, beautiful craft room. I had to unplug. My printer wasn't working the other day, guys. So this is the thing about... Oh, Bill, the one thing I meant to say that I forgot about was the YouTube training, where I was going with it, was that they say, you know, you need to have, if you're interviewing someone and you've only got 10 minutes with this person, you're never going to see them again, you need to have a backup sound feed. So always have 2 different kind of microphones plugged in, so that if one of them fails, you've still got the sound. So it reminded me of when you said your video didn't quite work, maybe to have an extra angle sometimes if it's a really important video that you're filming and you won't be able to make that video again. You know, like, I don't know, I hate filming things twice, so if I've lost it, I won't film it again. It'll be another moment, another time. So Age, you missed it by 3 minutes. Oh, it's afternoon now. What time are we? Oh yeah, 12 o'clock. Yeah. I'm with you guys. As long as you guys are chatting, that's good. If I miss anything, just poke me. What's the poking icon on a YouTube chat? EST and coastal US, and you say good morning all day. I would keep doing that. The week, I don't know if it's the weather, but the week has started later all the time. Nearly downloaded Instagram. Yeah, guys, I am MLS Natasha on Instagram. I have all my social media, apart from Pinterest, as LS Natasha, because my language business was called Morgan Language Solutions, and that's one I used to use. I'm going to log in with Facebook. I think my partner uses Instagram, but I don't know if he really does. So yeah, what do you guys think of this kind of one? It means I can do more live streams and interact a bit more. I obviously don't want to bombard you guys, and I don't expect you to turn up to all of them. And I kind of thought, yeah, I'll lose some subs from doing this kind of thing, because you get the hardcore resellers who are just into socializing, and that's fair enough, you know, if they don't want to. You see, normally I would keep this a little bit, but it stresses me out keeping my scraps now, because I just feel like I can't process them all. But as they say in the pub, Zulf, whereabouts are you based? I can't remember if you're in the UK, aren't you? I think. You tend to use your mobile with a mic input into a sound recorder as a backup audio to the main feed. See, I did this proper, because my languages teaching channel, which isn't great, it's MLS Natasha on YouTube. It was basically just me over the years, just expressing myself and my what's the word? I can't think what it's called. Me being out. My brain's not functioning. I can't think of the name. Extrovert. Me being an extrovert on camera, just chatting and sharing language tips and that kind of thing. And while I have some content to share with people, put it up there. And it was literally just in my lunch breaks and in the spare bits of the moment. And who knew how to produce YouTube content in those days? You know, like the angles, the lighting, and it all had to be scripted in those days. So it is really terrible content. But the point is that it's got millions of views now. But the fact is that because of that, I'm allowed to access trainings from YouTube's whiz kids who are really great at production. And they did this really clever training on Wednesday about microphones and stuff, and it was like, whew, went right over my head. I've cut that off too much there. It'll be okay. I don't know how to fix that, because this is getting through so finely. I can just slowly tweak this bit. And the actual fact of having a recorder, it was like a breathalyzer. Is that what you mean, Zolf? Was it like a breathalyzer? Birmingham, cool. I've been to Birmingham a few times. I absolutely loved the so I'm going to take a photo here. You guys are pushing me out of my comfort zone here to take a picture of my what am I going to put of my setup live on a filming, live streaming. Sorry guys, if I share this with you, you can at least kind of be here while I multitask and can't talk about multiple things. Live streaming from my super high-tech mount. So Instagram, I'm MLS Natasha, if you guys want to see how I've hooked it up. And the mount was part of the accessories pack. Well, you can search for I'll try and put some links in later. You can search for the mount with the wobbly legs called Gorilla Pod on eBay or Amazon. But this came in the action camera accessories pack. So if you search for GoPro accessories, you'll find that. Live streaming from a super high-tech overhead mount. Live streaming to YouTube. I'm not going to put any links in because you can't, can you? But I'll just do that for now. I'm not putting it on Facebook. Although Bill, you're on Facebook. You don't need to see it as well, because you don't need to know this, because you're already capable. I'm automatically that's probably the least glamorous picture I've put on YouTube. Look at that. I've got that one I just had on there was a beautiful picture all about all about sorry, I cannot multitask to save my life. I can, but I can't focus 100%. Where were we? Let's look at the chat. What was I talking about that I hadn't finished? The sound recorders. Yeah, at the moment, all the sound I do on my phones is phones, and then on my computer I've got this Blue Yeti that I just don't bother plugging in, because I know I've got my head is a bit smaller than the average adult, but the microphone just blocks me out. I can't see the screen and I haven't got a mount for it yet. That might be the next thing to go. It's knowing what's the next thing to upgrade to be honest. There's always something. So if you get a cheap lavalier mic, yeah, do you know what stopped me buying one? I had one and I lost it all these years later, and I've kind of thought, oh, I've already got one, I shouldn't have lost it, and now I'm like, no, I should just buy a new one. Yeah, a cheap lavalier mic and plug it to my phone and just click it to my lapel or something. That'll be clearer, won't it? And then I can start to get more confident at plugging that in, and then slowly, just like I've done with this mount, if I didn't do it today, I have this thing where if I don't use the content into a video quickly, like if it's not on my phone to edit, I won't upload it within a day or two. It won't get uploaded at all. So I've done some overhead filming videos while I've done crafts before, and I haven't managed to get them online because the energy's gone. It's the moment's gone, and it's like, oh, I took myself out of it because it's different content for the channel. So how's that one gone? Is that ASMR for anybody there? A bit of paper cutting, paper trimming. I've gone too far. I've messed it up, but I can chop the whole line off. I think this is a bit too intricate and tedious. One Mighty Art, he is he does live streams while he colours in pictures and stuff. So it's quite interesting to watch him. He gets a doodle he's done and then he colours it in, which is quite fun to watch. That's more gratifying. This won't let me go too far to the edge really, because yeah, I'm already at the edge. I don't know what I can do it manually. Shall we see? My cutting skills are like. Myra says, down there for Birmingham. I was going to say the mailbox is where I've been to Birmingham. And it's brilliant. Great nights out. I've had a few messy nights out in Birmingham. Just got too happy on the old Vulcan Red Bulls in the retro bars. That was years ago though. Thanks for that. That's really good to know. Just upgrading the sound. Bromsgrove, Worcestershire. Yeah, Worcestershire. I wouldn't have known where Worcestershire was on the map. There's so many places I don't know where they are. Cool. Gorilla Glue. Oh, Gorilla Glue is different to Gorilla Pod. Yeah. My daughter wants a necklace bought for resale. Ah. Yeah, do you know what the thing that gets my goat is? Bill, this is not Bill's beef. Don't worry. I'm not going to get as passionate about it. But the glue issue. In America, I watch these amazing tutorials of crafting, but they use these glues that we can't get in the UK, like Riptile glue. Come on. They don't tell you the compound because it's not food, so they don't need to put all the ingredients in. I've done that a bit too much there. Can you guys see? I haven't really got patience to do. That's why I don't do colouring and mandalas, because I just haven't got the patience. I'm just too stressed to do that kind of thing. But playing with paper. There we go. I maybe could even leave that bit of pattern there. But what I've done, I've got my base now, so I can work out how big it's going to be. Put the tools away, have a bit of a tidy up. I'm really appreciative, guys. You come in. I didn't think I'd have anyone sticking around. But you are lovely. You're a lovely bunch. And that's why I'm subscribed to all of you, because you are great. Let's see. So Aid's got one video. It's a Friday night drinking one. I was really going to say that actually. I don't think Aid has a channel. But it's. Are you going to do more videos, Aid? You've done one, do another one, another live. It's a Friday night drinking one, not much content. It's up to you. I find with YouTube it's forgiving. You can pick it up and put it down. Malvic Cooking. Sorry, I didn't notice you there. It's only been a minute since you commented, so I hope you're doing well. Malvic Cooking is from the Philippines, I think, and does some really amazing. I might keep that little bit of scrap. Does some really amazing cooking videos. I've known her since lockdown began. Bill's beef. Yeah, are you going to do a Bill's beef slot, Bill? For those of you who are watching, Bill gets really passionate about stuff that, you know, isn't right or he gets frustrated with, and it's really funny because other people might have a little grumble, but Bill gets really excited and really pulls it apart and has a good old rant about it. So we think you should do a bit of a slot called Bill's beef. For those of you from other overseas, beef, if you've got beef with someone, it's something you're annoyed about, you're frustrated about. Bill got beef. Photography, make videos, and saw my how to use live stream videos did better. Yeah, because live streaming has gone massively. I wonder if you had the scale of from a live stream, how many people, what percentage of live streams went out from when lockdown began. I didn't fold that right. I thought, no, they were already folded. That's not a very nice fold. I'm going to get a new one. I bought these as pre-folded bits and bobs. Yeah, so you've got to smell what sells, haven't you, as Lord Sugar would say. Smell what sells. And if your videos on live streaming are more popular, it will give you much more traction with your channel. But I suppose you still have to stay true to what you like filming, what you want to put onto YouTube. But it's great. I can see the difference in the videos over time as well, because you did a newer video sort of on live streaming and connecting things. That was good to see. So because often old people who put content on years ago don't put content on in this day and age, so you never really know who is. You kind of subscribe to a channel, but you don't really think they're going to produce any more videos, that kind of thing, because there's a lot of people just put them on there and then they stop. But that's cool. That one video was because I'm standing in for Andrew. Oh, were you? Oh, I see. That makes sense now. But you haven't done any since. A lot of people keep asking you to. Come on then, commit now, pledge now. Bit of accountability. Aid, pledge to put video on, and then we'll help you. We'll be then watching, looking out for it. So if you kind of just need that little bit of nudge to get stuck in and get going. So yeah, The Apprentice. I know I love watching The Apprentice, but I used to want to go on there, and people say, "Oh, Tasha, you're so entrepreneurial. You should be on there. You should be on there." But I just kind of think living in a house with 12 idiots. No, they're not idiots. It's just how they edit it. But to be fair, there is a lot of randomness that comes on, and they do show people at their worst when they show the footage. But I do love watching The Apprentice because of all that entrepreneurial, wheeling and dealing, creating ideas. I'm always tempted, but now I'm a mother. I would not leave my daughter for 12 weeks. It's just not worth it for a £250,000 investment. I'd rather not. It's a shame. It's one of those things you kind of think, it's an itch I've never scratched. What about you guys? Would you go on there? You obviously have to have a business plan. I always kind of thought, well, I would use an existing business idea that I'm working on. I could just split off from my current businesses. But because I say current, I'm not really trading at the moment. I'm not teaching any languages right now. I am going to launch an online course. See what I mean about talking? I didn't get anything done the last 2 minutes, did I? But I'm very, very, very grateful and happy to see you all here. It's nice to have a little bit of an audience. So I'm just going to cut. I normally actually do this with just a pencil. I'm feeling quite chilled. Is everyone happy on this Friday afternoon? Sorry. Hey, you've got me doing it now. Nah, I'll take responsibility for my actions. Did you guys see Andrew's video when he moved into his premises? He's got this really cool Casio watch. I tried to comment on the video, but he said he put the wrong one up, so I've got to find the other one. But it was really cool retro Casio watch. I haven't seen one of those for years. I mean, maybe they still do them because people have kind of got wind that it's still popular. I don't like measuring stuff too much when I do card making. I don't mind that kind of geeky, perfect, planned kind of way. Although with card making, everything does need to be quite exact. Same with baking. I've still got to do it best I can. If I'd have thought carefully, I could have maybe aligned it so I'd have an equal trim, but that's splitting hairs, isn't it? Come on, let's face it. Big brother. Sorry, that's Mark. Baby, I'm live streaming, so any noises you make, go live, okay? I don't think you heard that. He's the kind of person who, I don't know if you guys are the same, you YouTubers, when you live with people, but my partner doesn't close the toilet door and he goes for number one. Luckily, he does when he goes for number two. But whenever I used to get really frustrated when I was doing YouTube, where he'd just kind of come upstairs and splish splash in the toilet and make a big loud noise. It's never quiet. It's never a quiet week. But that is life. So, looking at sort of asking Aid, what would you make videos on if you had to? Going around charity shops, going sourcing. I don't think it's a man's thing to kind of go, look what I bought. Apart from George Ross, he does that quite well. And of course, the couple, Nick and Andrea Hills, they do a Sunday show of what they bought from the car boot sale. And Vinegar Jar, what he got from the boot. What is a boot fair? Come on, a boot fair. Is he just too posh to say car boot? What is that? Bless him. He's nice. I haven't spoken to him. I kind of stopped watching his show and I felt like I was just too small to be in his show because people were just, it was like fan chat, not chat. You know, when you're in a live stream and you chat to each other and you feel like a real person, you can be going to another, that is the electric cutter. You can see I'm stressed, my brain's not functioning. Well, it wasn't last week, was it? But it is functioning even less today. It's the knife cutting the bread. My nan bought me a loaf of bread, a nice batch loaf from Aldi with all it's like a little cobbler bloomer. It's a round thing. What are they called? Yeah. So we're going to have some nice sandwiches soon, which is good. So hopefully that means I've got a cup of coffee coming up soon. That's what the noise is in the background. It sounds like an industrial angle grinder. So The Apprentice is a smart version of Big Brother. I don't think I'm that vocal to be on the show. You see, the thing is, they always do. There's so many things on that show that I think I could do better. Where they're planning stuff, they're managing a team, so they need to be all rallied round. You've got to motivate them, got to find each other's strengths. You've got to, same as this bridge. There's a program called The Bridge that is on ITV or Channel 4 or something, or BBC at the moment, and there's a group of people and they've all got to build a bridge, but they're all trying to get on. It's like all these social skills. You need to find the leader, you need to find who's got the ability to be able to motivate people, to select the best skill sets, to tap into the skills of each person to get them to work as a team. And it's a nightmare watching them all doing it because they're just, yeah. So with The Apprentice, I kind of think, I don't even like that white. I don't want to ruin this card. This is the perfectionism side of me. And what's happened, guys? We've now got a vertical card. Da-da! So I can't really do much with that, can I? Hey, you're not the first person to say that. Guys, I'm not saying give me loads of compliments, but it really makes a difference to hear your feedback. It gives me a massive boost when I hear positive stuff. Because you never know, and when you doubt, when you have stress issues and postnatal issues, you kind of really doubt yourself and things. So I always think my voice is a bit squeaky and grainy, and that is just so frustrating to listen to, especially when you're editing all those out, which I just don't bother doing anymore. Someone else said, I find you calming, and I was like, yeah, but I'm like a Duracell bunny, I don't stop. I'm like yabba 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 yabba, and I feel like I'm talking really fast. James, hey, I'm glad I didn't notice you like 10 minutes in. Dave Repairs, hello, good to see you. Oh, I love you guys. You're so sweet for coming back. You guys met me like 2 weeks ago on Andrew's show, and you keep coming back, which I really love. I appreciate you just sussing out what we're talking about today and what's going on. I am just making a card because I've just been quite stressed. I felt really low yesterday and really stressed out. I had anxiety where it built up in my throat. You know, every time my daughter nearly tripped over something, I was just like, oh. And I had a friend pop round. We were going to go out, and I woke up too late. Normally I function pretty well. I had what was called postnatal. The doctors called it stress and low mood. I'm not the kind of person where if I get down, I stay in bed all day. I get out and I do stuff, and I maybe don't leave the house, but I get cracking on stuff. I take action. And I think it was called, from what I researched, I reckon it was high functioning depression, where instead of being really down, normally if I say, is that the top of the video? This is, so let's say, yeah, because you're watching this way. So if this is the scale of sad, oh, I can't get the angles right. If this was really sad and then this is really happy, it feels a bit weird doing this with a pencil. I do it with numbers, I'm less confused. So this is low, this is sad, and this is happy. I would normally be up here. This is my persona. I'm always chirpy, happy, and bouncing, bubbly. So if I felt a bit down, I'd just come down a peg or two. Oops, my mount just, did you hear that click? Luckily it's okay. I think it's not going to fall to the ground. And the case that I've got, luckily it just fits the right angle without muting or turning up the sound anymore. I wouldn't, if I put that ring thing at the back of my phone in the middle, I wouldn't have been able to mount anything to film anything at all. So I have lost my thread. But so depression wise, yeah, I wasn't like a depressed, so I felt like a bit of a fraud, a bit of a fake. I can't really say I was depressed. I suffer from depression, but I get low mood occasionally, and it does mean that I'm not able to think. For me, I think the worst problem I suffer with is I get overwhelmed with stuff and then I can't do anything. My brain just gets so... My personality type, you see, is the kind that does all these different things. You see that from my YouTube. I can't focus on one thing at all. So I have to... Dave, I'm sorry I didn't fully explain what was happening 4 minutes ago. I'm doing a little crafting session. I'm looking at how to get my camera filming when I'm doing this stuff so I can still be connecting with my audience, still shooting content. I might put all this stuff on a crafting channel in a few months once my monetization's gone on and my watch hours are fine, but for now this is me and my life, and my subscribers are part of my life, so anything I do I'm putting up, because Natasha Natters is my vlogging channel, it's my platform to just put whatever out there. So I'm literally just using a decoupage sheet, which was just one A4 sheet plus a backing sheet with these gorgeous foil bits you layer up with silicone glue, which is really cool. This came from Crafter's Companion. This was just from a local craft shop, but it's called, not that you're going to go and do this, Dave, but for anyone else watching who's interested, it's called, what was it called? Freestyle Dufex, Dufex, I think, decoupage kit. And it's literally just all the layers to make these bits up. So we're just trying to work out while I'm chatting the best way to put it all together. I'm just looking at, I've messed up a bit because this is part of this card, isn't it? Let's come back to the chat. So yeah, with all my different bits that I chat about, my personality needs different things. It needs social media, it needs business projects to kind of exercise that part of my brain, and all these different bits. So I have a bit of a, I keep piling my plate high, and that makes me stressed out. So I need to find ways like these, getting on camera, chatting to you guys, doing my vlogs, doing my crafting, just to chill out a bit, just to empty the stress bucket, as they say. I'm back on the chat. So that's where I am, Dave. So this is very therapeutic listening. I have a voice that's easy on the ear. Thank you very much. Do you know what? I had my mum, right? She's a real good businesswoman. Like, she's never had a business, but she's really good at running businesses for companies in a business way, so they're more profitable, better communication, and no rubbish. It's really great. She helped me with my CV when I was like, what, 15, 14, and I actually put on there, I have a pleasing speaking voice. I mean, in those days you had to sock it to people, but you still do, because people don't have any idea how to, you know. And I always got jobs. I've always worked. I had 3 jobs when I was at sixth form. I used to bunk off on a Friday and Wednesday afternoon and go and work in Marks and Spencer's. I'm sure other people would have bunked off for other better things to do, but we were allowed to have a study break in the upper sixth to go and do study. And I was like, I'm going to work. But they never found out. It was 3 months Christmas contract. James, I'm not real. I'm fake. I fake it till I make it. What's that bit to do with? You didn't miss anything, Dave. I've just really been chattering. That's all. Oh, we will be talking about... Yeah, Zolf, thank you. Yeah, just put a few crafting things out. And I think Myra and I have had a conversation about this. When you put feel free to comment on this in the chat, guys. I won't be offended. Myra does Bible readings and unboxings from resellers. So she's got two very, very different videos. Do you like the hand gestures? Is it making you feel more engaged as a viewer? It's very cheesy. I'm not sure. I feel like I need to do I haven't had nail varnish on for 3 years. Do I need to pause? Oh my gosh, that's a whopper. Thank you.
Welcome.
Can I have a drink as well, please?
What kind of drink?
Not booze, just fizzy squash.
There's no lemonade in it, I think.
This tonic. Oh no, okay. All right, no, just do you know, I don't feel like caffeine. I don't feel like caffeine. Onion rings. Andrew's good job. Andrew's not watching. I don't feel that hungry yet. Isn't that funny? I don't feel hungry doing live streams. But if you do a video on... So I was saying to Myra, I think it's fine because having two different subject matters, your fans love you for who you are. Or they watch, some watch with an open mind, some watch with a closed mind. And if you lose a few subs, that's fine. A lot of people in the old school will be like, who haven't got a YouTube channel, will be like, oh, I don't like these videos anymore, I'm going to unsubscribe. Other people will be like, oh, I'll stay subscribed for a bit, see what happens, see what other ones come. Dave, you want a cup of tea? Cool, that's all right. Babe, can I have a cup of tea? Sorry, guys, if you were on I can't text him because I have my phone with my phone. I was wondering how my battery's doing. I've got it plugged in, but I can't see it. I had my earphones in to listen to Coronation Street on catch up, but I've got a lovely audience. I'm entertained enough. You know when you feel like you just need some trashy telly, but it's not. Is it Coronation Street's depressive telly? So, I think you should never be too scared to lose subscribers. Don't be so panicked that you don't get any subscribers. Yeah, I shouted tea, but it's fine having squash. That'll do me some more good. Are you okay, sweetie? Hello, darling. Yeah, lovely. My toddler says, Mum. Hi, Sue. Lovely to see you. Yeah, découpage and rings. Thank you very much. My partner's got a day off today. He has one Friday off a month from his retail job. He only gets Saturdays off normally. It's really lovely to see you. Thank you, James. Am I making Andrew's Christmas card? No. Oh dear. Christmas card list terms. Oh, I've only known him for 2 weeks properly because I've been subscribed but didn't watch his videos for a bit. It's funny. It just depends what time of day you want, and when you get into a channel, then you get into it, don't you? Okay, so Malvic, you've got to go. You've probably gone already, but I'm sure you don't hold it against me that I didn't see your message till then. Chris Tyler, hello, how are you doing? That sounds fake. Hey Chris, lovely to see you. That sounds better. Zorf says, first 100 videos, it took a while to get used to my voice. Well, my first experience on camera, oh god, it was so geeky. I've put a few of my old videos on my YouTube channel when I was doing MC Hammer, Can't Touch This. No, it was Vanilla Ice. Ice. I was in a pink tracksuit, matching my sisters. We got the same stuff for Christmas each year, you see. Like we were like twins, but 3 years difference. But my dad has got this old reel of old movies. He always had a camcorder. So I think I have him to thank for my confidence on camera. I'm not always confident in myself, but I'm confident on camera. Once I've done once I've jumped on someone else's live stream and been part of the community for a bit, I'm not so panicky. But when on my own channel, now I've been doing it more, it's better. On my language channel, again, I've been doing it for so long, it's second nature. But my voice, when I was a kid, it was weird hearing my voice on camera as a kid. That was the strangest thing. I think when you're used to technology and you've had gadgets for years and you've been listening and recording and stuff for so long, you get a bit more used to it. But we all have our own demons, I suppose. Thanks Thank you very much, Sof. It's lovely to have you come and see me with your channel being really good. Appreciate it. But it's how you get more subscribers, isn't it? You go and mix with the little folk. Aid, I suppose. Well, I don't know. It could be. It could just be that I'm a bit of a nerd. I used to have this sort of Mary Poppins voice on my videos. I seem to have gone back to that. I don't know. I think when I got quite stressed out after childbirth, I think and burnout, I think I learned to slow down a lot more and be more chilled out and more calm, because I used to go so fast, working so fast, whizzing around like a blue bottom fly, and it was quite stressful. So the diction, when you say in a song, they call it diction when you can hear all the words that someone's singing in a video song. Like Miley Cyrus, she's doing that Blondie song, isn't she? That wasn't me singing properly. Don't judge me on my singing ability on that little excerpt. But I didn't know the real words from the real song, but Miley Cyrus singing it just once, I heard loads more lyrics and connected with the song better. It's a lazy thing, isn't it? I don't know. I used to mumble a lot, and I still talk quite quietly in a mask as well, with the face mask on. But maybe it is Aid. Maybe it is down to my language skills, because I have. I'm trying to read Callie Picker's comment right now, but I don't want to click the comment and lose them. Oh, I can just pop them up here actually. No, the camera's going to move too much. It's all right. So go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible without surrender, beyond good terms with all persons. That's deep for you, James. Normally we get a lot of wisdom, but not in the philosophical way. Speak your truth quietly and clearly. Listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. I like that. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. I think naturally we do that, don't we? We naturally avoid the aggressive people. James, I haven't seen any of your videos pop up. I keep seeing the Larry's after the late afternoon show of the morning show, and it's always like 8 o'clock for me. It's like night time, and I'm about to watch telly with my other half. 29 degrees F. Oh, that is chilly. Very chilly. How are you doing, Chris? From your face. Oh, I've heard that. La Desiderata. I have. Somebody once gave me that poem when I had a bit of a sad moment in my life and I was feeling a bit lost many, many moons ago. I need to have a look at that again. Thank you for that little snippet. Oh, blimey, I feel cold just hearing that. Yep. Snacks. That's the good thing about Mark being off. When he's off, he will cook, but he normally does it so late. I'm normally like so starving. But Annabelle and I did have a scone mid-morning because we've been up so long, and my mum was kind enough to buy me one from the cafe when she took my daughter out. So I thought, got to eat it, got to keep it going. So Sue, I'm just at your comment now, popping in to say hi. And what do you see? Not decoupage, but a sandwich and onion rings. What have I got? This is that lovely loaf from Aldi. That we've got some cheese and some ham in there, but it's really, I just don't feel hungry yet, so it's good to know it's there. Probably chomp on it. I'm not a massive fan of crisps, not onion rings crisps, but we've got them. So, how are you, Sue? Are you well? Are the dogs well? More things to do than curry. Yeah, some people call telly idiot box, don't they? Because you just don't. It's not very enriching sometimes watching telly. But do you know what? I really went back to telly when I was pregnant because I just felt poorly, just felt miserable, just felt really ill. So I suppose we could do. I don't know. I'm just not great at assembling these sorts of things. Let's have a little assemble. I know it's upside down for you guys. I can put this bit back on. Show you guys the glue. It's a bit weird syringing glue onto stuff. Oh, look, I made a boo-boo. my daughter's been watching these kiddie YouTube programs, right? These YouTube videos, and they call her Boo Boo, and my daughter's like, "Have you got a boo boo?" I'm like, "What's a boo boo? A bogey or a bump?" And I forgot what it was. Boo boo is like when you hurt yourself, isn't it, in America? But we call it a bruise or a bump. A bump. We call it a bump, don't we? I've got a bump. I bumped myself. So that has a fish. No, surely it goes that way. Yeah, there's a bird there. I know you haven't got a closer view. This is what I need to do with my I multitask all the time. I'm listening, I'm saying something, then I'm reading someone's comment and thinking about the comment. I could have lifted that up a bit more, but I'm not going to. I just have so many thoughts whizzing around. But this is what makes me feel better, that you guys are here watching. I could do a big blog to make that stick up a bit more. I don't know why I went round, wasn't focusing. Tweezers. I've lost the tweezers. I tidied up. I want to get a pegboard, guys, but this is the table. This is the best table I've got for eBay photos when I'm not downstairs, because these are from Poundland. There's a big set of them. They're all plasticky. Can you get plastic metal? I don't see metal. But I seem to be not able to finish a sentence at the moment. But no, the fact that people are watching this with me is making me feel loads better, that even with me rambling on, you're with me. Really, really appreciate it. Dave, I think Boris might cancel Christmas. This is actually a birthday card. It's a bit glitzy and glamoury. I just need to make a few more birthday cards. I just thought, what is a low brain power activity with crafts? Not designing a new card, but using existing elements to make this silicone glue. Basically makes a thicker 3D blob for you to lay things down, and it gives you a few seconds to reposition, and unlike glue guns. I haven't got my little, oh yeah, I've got to unbox some stuff I got from a car boot seller a while back. I got a mini glue gun for 50p second hand obviously, but that'll be great for plugging in here. Yeah, my board area, this is where I was thinking, I've got the kitchen table, but that's always covered in stuff. We get home, we unpack bags, and it's just covered in stuff. Yeah, look, this is already becoming easier because I'm layering up and I've got less elements to worry about putting on the card. So another lovely thing you can do with decoupage. I haven't got the patience to cut these out, guys. This is a kit that has £1. This was £1. This kit has the bits already cut, so you just push them out, and then it kind of curves. So if you want a curve, you've got to do a big dollop of glue in the middle. It kind of falls down a bit though. It kind of does dollop. So Boris might cancel Christmas. He's not though, is he? They're going to try and do everything they can to avoid cancelling Christmas, I think. Well, to be honest, they don't do everything they can, do they? Everything's too late. Myra, who else is from the States? Myra and James. We are out at the moment. We've got mini lockdowns, so Liverpool is mega. For me, I'd be like, that's because they go clubbing a lot. The Liverpool gang. I went to uni there, so I know. People in Liverpool love to party. Right, so when you're in Liverpool, it's great because everyone likes to party. I don't know, because I think it's great. I like going out, and I think there's so many bars and bars and all these places. No, I stopped. I lost my thread, because bars is a bar. I don't know if you guys know, but it's a shop bar, and they serve these really sweet liqueurs and in formations like traffic lights in a shot glass, and they look amazing. And it was like £1 each in the day. So there's a little embellishment bar, which you could put gold mirror card underneath, that shiny gold card, and then layer it onto there, or as Myra suggested, yellow. What I'm concerned about is covering this beautiful backing paper that's foil You can only get foil in certain ways these days. You can print onto inkjet paper, and you can use a laser printer, and the toner sticks, and you put the design, and then the foil, and you run it through a laminator, and you peel off the whole sheet of foil, and you get this lovely foil look. But now you can do it with a Cricut machine, which is a die cutting machine, which it basically means you can do shapes with a machine. So you program it in, and then the cutters or the blades or the scoring tools or the heat tools burn on. They either cut out shapes, they either score, they etch, or they, in this case we're talking about, they make foil. So you don't always want to let the foil disappear. I appreciate it's upside down for you guys, so I'll turn it around. Ta-da. Yeah, don't need to do bum bum. Oh, here we go. So Zolf says it's rare someone unsubscribes. You're very right, actually. But the algorithm says if they don't watch a few videos, they won't recommend your video to them anymore. So yeah, my language channel is for my subs. It's gone. Most of my videos do not come from subscribers, so I need to get ramping up this subscribe thingy, make some videos for it, and get doing some work on that channel, really. But only when I'm ready. We are all little. I had a few hours while this edit loads. Also wanted to check if your top down worked out. You are so not resilient, conscientious in what you're doing, diligent, Zolf. That's really great. Like you've got all the makings of a huge YouTube channel going forward. That's really lovely. Yeah, the thing about it is the lighting, though, isn't it? Because this light I got from, is it Maplin? The shop that's probably closed down in Peterborough now. This one is part of that too. That's my little offcut, isn't it? Oh yeah, they must remember to put the sentiment in there. I'm very much asymmetric. I can't do funny shapes. I think I need something to make them pop out still. Pale yellow, Myra. Should we get the pale yellow out? See what I can do with it. And it's like this one. What can I... You see, on other kinds of cards, you can use... I'm losing a lot of the chat. Some of the stores stopped selling tinsel. Hope Lily had a nice bum bum. I mean, she had a nice trip to do bum bum. To do potty. See, Annabelle's... I potty trained Annabelle in lockdown. I was just like, I'm never going to get a better chance. She's going to potty train. And she did it. We dummy trained as well. Got dummy off her as well. The video I put on today was one of her last sort of few videos with the dummy in. She was talking and chewing on a dummy at the same time. It's like, oh, who's that? It's not Elmer Fudd, is it? Go. Oh, it's Popeye. Popeye who chews on a pipe and talks. She was like that. Dave, why do you think some stores stop selling tinsel? What's that in relation to? I don't know. Oh, Boris cancelling Christmas, maybe. Syringes like that. To put thermal paste on your CPU. Oh wow! You can put a paste on a central processing unit to stop your computer overheating. I'll probably just chuck an extra fan on it, but I'm no expert. I think some people do live streams on a PC and their laptop, and it's like overheat, and then like, oh, I've got to put all these things on it to cool it down. Luckily, I've not had that issue. So what I'm making, and then I said a card. Yeah, this is literally just a kit, and I just thought I'm going to start with making up the little... I made these up last night before Lytton woke me up to have a cuddle and all that. And now I'm like, right, I need to... if I can put it into a card, that'd be even better. I think I'm going to get the yellow out and see what we can do. Quick tidy up, because I end up with a messy office all the time and I can't tidy. Back to the topic about... And I'll come back to do some more chat in a second. Back to the topic about... This is from Poundland. I've got this whole pad from Poundland with little toppers you can press out. This was years ago though. You press out the toppers and you make your card from whatever you've got left. But this has all the elements with it, apart from the card base and the other layers. But I was going to put a pegboard here, but then I thought, well, if I do eBay photos, because this desk is always easy to clear. It doesn't take too long to clear this, whereas the kitchen it takes me longer to clear to take photos of eBay stuff. If I then have this wall as a pegboard, I've got all my craft tools here, really easy to get to. I can have a little pot to put my glue gun in and keep the cable away. I'd have to then get a backdrop. But bearing in mind this is a kitchen worktop, so there's only a certain amount of space, what, half a metre, or it's about 60 50-60 centimeters wide to work on. If I then have a backdrop over the top of my craft pegboard that might jut out about 10 centimeters with the pots and the things coming off it, I've got less photography space, but it might work. It might work. I think I've got to work out what works best. And as I've organised my craft a bit more, when you guys see me doing the live stream, behind me, I need to drink. Behind me, always have squash in a pint glass because I need some more hydration in a tiny little cupful. Yeah, it's a bit of a reach. I've got some perfect prep machines are selling well, baby perfect prep machines for feeding, making baby bottles underneath the table, and they're sticking out and I can't get the lid on properly. But if you watch my live videos, behind me is my card stash, and I've tidied it up much more now. So I have my neat way because I don't have loads of space. I need more desk space. I've got goals. Look, this is what I make my glitter tags. This is my new eBay product. We're thinking it's going to be just the 4 of us this year. Turkey time. Lol. Was it you guys said you were going to go to your mum's? No, not your mum's. Your sister, your brother-in-law, sister-in-law. Instead of, and you were like, how do you tell your mum? Or was that me watching some other video? Yeah, I feel like I can't really say to mum, sorry, we're not coming to yours this year. It's heartbreaking for it. I've done it before, but that's when I had a partner who had in-laws who had parents who'd broken up, remarried, so there were 2 families to visit, so I had to make 2 trips down south over the Christmas break. But we just have my parents now. Dave repairs. I used to mostly run digital inkjet printers to create big signs, banners and boards. Might be working with your company again. I think it's really good fun designing stuff. See, I'm working on some card making designs, so I'll just keep just to do one design and then make a batch, cut the bases. So the card base is what goes on top of this, a card mat. And I cut rectangles out ready of all kinds of card and stuff. So then I can literally just do it in bulk. So I can make 10 cards, give them to different people, or sell a few, or give them as kits, or maybe even sell them on the internet properly. I don't know. Because once you've done the work once, you might as well make the most of it and sell a load more. But this is the card I use for my gift tags. But I can't get a profit margin on these. I need to find a better outlet so people pay the actual price without all the more profits going to eBay. So I've made these little letters. I've designed them so they've got the holes already cut in, so that when my machine cuts them, they cut the holes out, and we have the lovely little jute thingy. I did a few little Halloween cutouts at the same time. I'm not quite sure they'll be good as gift tags. They look a bit crazy. Look at this wolf. How can things like that not make you happy when you're working on these things? That's why I love my crafts. Then we've got, this isn't quite as glittery, but it's the same manufacturer. Glittery red gift tags. So I've sold about 6 of those this year. As Christmas comes up, but I had to put my lowest pack price up because it was there was 17 pence profit on one of them. So it was just like pointless. So what's the chat doing now? So yeah, Dave, it's cool that you're doing. It'd be nice to go back and see how things are. You'll have to go live for all those on their own on Christmas Day, Bill. Yeah, Bill, are you going to do your fireworks night one as well? Christmas Day. Yeah. Christmas with your Hugheses. You can't say Hughes, can you? Christmas with the Hughes. Christmas with the Hughes family. I don't know. Are you married to Lucy? Oh, I've gone and done it again. No, it is Lucy, not Lisa, isn't it? Because when you did that video, when I was listening, I had to put my earphones in because I was at my mum's house, and as I say, I couldn't comment because I was with my mum. I was just like, there we go. It is Lucy, yeah. But it was me getting a name wrong, and they were talking about another lady getting. I'm going to get a name wrong again. So. Dave repairs looks pretty neat. A lot of people use signs with LEDs for YouTube backgrounds. Yeah, my original thought of doing that was that it wouldn't be. That's a cute one. I got that in a stash from another load of stuff I bought off somebody. It's very thin paper though. It's probably better for scrapbooking. I'm tempted to do something with this though. I want to use my scraps really. This is where I get to anal with it all. I suppose you've been together for 16 years, Bill. You probably don't feel like you need to marry each other if you've been together that long. I think the word you use is Mrs. Is that right? Or Mrs. Oh no, you did say fiance. You did say fiance. Yeah, because you call it a partner. I do the same with my partner. He's my fiance. You know, engaged and all that. But I just call him my partner because I feel like that's his name. Thanks, Elf. Bless you. Appreciate it. Take care. And if you're still here, bye-bye. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up with the chat. Going to smoke some hams soon. You're into all sorts, aren't you? You're going to do a video. So you've got your allotment out the front, and you're going to do some stuff. That'd be cool for you to do some content on that. And then you're going to smoke some hams. That is so random, Bill. You're so funny. You're going to smoke some hams. Or are you inviting us round for a big street YouTuber street party? Thermal paste on most CPUs. Oh, wow. I don't know that. You've got your OBS set up, overhead camera on a selfie. See, I can only use OBS on stuff that I'm going to put on where I'm going to just do a silent stream. I'm going to show you some old footage because I've done all the settings and I don't want to mess it up to do a live one. But I couldn't get it so that I could hear I could hear what was going on. It's a silent one, but it plays the audio to the viewer. So I'm going to use stage 10 to do plugging in all the cameras. I managed to get a license from YouTube to try it for a month or two. So you've got your overhead camera on a selfie stick. I'm trying to, maybe I need to strap it down to stop the selfie stick from rotating with the weight of the phone. But if I don't use the phone, it won't twist, will it, if it's on an action camera? That's a good idea, Dave. Because with your kind of content, yeah, I have to watch it. I have to hone in a bit more and see how you look at it from a production perspective. And use your laptop for your face camera mixed together. Your logo. That's cool. I just can't wait to get that much more organized where I can do the multi-camera angles, and yes, I've got the top down, and I can when I'm feeling sociable, put my face on camera because that's part of it. You know, I'm a person, I'm a personality. People like to see the person, they like to see the human. So that's why I thought I wasn't going to do too well today. But we've got 7 in the house. That's really good for morning time in the States, afternoon in England. So do you guys only use StreamYard? Do you use OBS at all? It's a bit of a faff getting this to download on a Mac. You've got to download. I can't remember now how I did it. I would never do a tutorial on that because it was too complex. Have you? Yeah, lovely. Good girl. Did you hear that? Annabelle's got lunch. As I work in collections, I pick up from a place called Crafty Devils. That have a website for all kinds of... Oh, cool. That sounds good. Cool. I do digress. I've got my little extra card. I'm going to get some yellow, see what I can do. Oh, Litton's just crying. Daddy's with her. I've got to let him enjoy some of the mothering because he is pale yellow. This is kind of cream. Myra from Buying Space suggested using, I've got to finish the card, but I haven't. I've got to see it through. A pale yellow, because that will... Hello, sweetheart. What happened?
Something stuck to my teeth.
Wasn't that stuck to your teeth? What on earth could that be? Onion ring. Oh, it's onion ring. Yeah, onion ring. I can see it. It's onion ring. Hey, you've been chomping on onion rings. It's alright, we can get your toothbrush and clean it if not, but that's gone, I think. Here we go. Oh, pardon you. You're not on camera today. And the camera's up here. It's gone now, darling.
Where's my tooth?
Tooth's in. Oh yeah, it's still stuck there, isn't it? Right, let me see. Get your toothbrush. Open wide, I can't get my finger in there. Oh, I think it's ham stuck inside your tooth. Then get it out with some toothbrush. There's a bit of food stuck in there. Should we get some? I don't know if you can floss children's teeth. I probably wouldn't do it with a child, but just back in a second, guys. Just going to do teeth. She wants to come back down for some lunch. Okay? Can she come back down? She's got dinner down there, she says. Okay, alright. I'll be here in a minute, darling. Oh. So that was a bit of ham. She got stuck between her teeth. Bless her heart. Kids' life, hey? So Myra suggested pale yellow for the two walls. Very artistic. And again, until you do a video like this, there we go. Look at that gorgeous colour. And that's really thick card as well. Pearlescent yellow. Oh, that is pearlescent yellow. Just slowly getting better lighting. As I said, this is like a parchmenty. The bulb I got was from Maplin, and it was just one I thought I needed for YouTube videos to be a daytime bright. It was a piece of meat in between her teeth, Annabelle.
A bit of bread in between your teeth. You should have told Daddy. I could have done it.
She didn't understand how to tell you, did she, I suppose? Colour. Need a bit more yellowy, I think. Not cream. We're probably looking, I don't think the right shade. If that one goes in, it's going to be shining. Two more aren't going to be shining, are they? I think we'll use this gold. If I keep all my cards in this neat manner, it means I can always find the card and look after it. It doesn't get lost, and that goes sideways in my cupboard. Any scraps go on the trolley, and I sort of reincorporate those later. So it feels like a Saturday. It always feels like a Saturday when Mark's off. So if we look at whether I do, that's got enough as a contrast maybe to be on its own, just to be raised somewhat. And then I've got nothing left on the chat, but I hope that's okay. I think it's just the fact that you're Dave Repairs is really talking about, he uses both OBS and StreamYard, I think. So that goes on there, for example. that is where, oh, look at that. Doesn't that look better? It's tricky because I don't want to waste. Maybe this needs to be, I'll put the scraps back, haven't I? That will teach me. If that goes on a small bit there, I would not cut this out for real. I'm going to use my scraps wisely. Definitely not going to cut into a nice big shape. That's how when I first started all this paper card work, I was so tight. I literally used like my thinnest, skinniest card to do stuff. I would not use my posh stuff. I was too scared to use my posh stuff. I always use my cheap stuff, but then you're not getting the best of it. But then 3 years later, spent more and more and managed to have a decent supply after a while. So my scraps go in these plastic bags because it's just so much easier to find when I need it. Ta-da! That's not bad size really, is it? Let me just see what happens if that glue's not completely dry. I've lost the pencil. Tweezers having a bit of a jump. Yeah, I just do this manually. You tend to add just 1/4 of an inch on, but Americans work in inches and they're the ones who do the best card tutorials. But I've never grown up doing inches, so it's a lot harder for me to fathom. And even trying to work out a cutter like this was quite funny. Appreciate the angle's wrong, guys. I'm just trying to get the camera angle right. But first overhead video. I had a video scheduled, which was like overhead videos coming soon. Didn't have the confidence to put it up because I didn't know when I'd be doing an overhead video. But subsequently, just now, I've done one. This is how I work. I just can't be that organised to schedule these things in. I feel like that's too small. Let's just see how it looks. I'm also not one of those kinds of people. I have to push myself to try different things. I'm not one of those kind of people to just lay it on first. I just kind of go for it and stick it on, and then I'm like, uh-oh, should have done it differently. Definitely needs that kind of background to pop, doesn't it? Normally I wouldn't do a big background like that for the top. I think it needs it because Tutankhamun is so elegant anyway. Let's just see. Oh my gosh, look at that. Perfect. Almost. Let's just see how that goes with being so big. Is almost. Let's see. So these have all got to be glued on. This is going to be for my mum. I would normally give my mum a beautiful mumsy flowery one, but Mother's Day is a week before or after usually, so definitely need to trim down some of these bits if I'm going to use them. I don't know. I feel that's not too bad. Better than I would have done. I'm going to trim it down maybe not much. Normally craft videos are a bit closer, don't you think? They're filmed a bit more. I'm losing my voice. I think craft videos are normally filmed a bit closer. So I've just got to work out how to do that from this setup. But as Bill was talking about the different ways to do overhead filming, I spent half a day looking on Pinterest for DIY options because there's a really amazing one for crafters where they have a top-down setup with a phone and it has an iPad stand to hold your iPad in front of you so you can film what you're doing. And they were like 70 quid. Amazing, but too much. I think I've lost some of that effect now by having the bottom taken off, but I'm going to gain that in the angles there. I think this will be an accent I can put on the back or in the middle inside of the card. So I'm going to get gluing now. I don't think I need the 3D effect of this. I think this can just glue straight on. And because this is glitter card, I can probably use kind of still kind of a wet glue. I don't want it to fall off on my mum's mantelpiece. So I've just got this Hobbycraft glue. Normally craft videos are for crafters looking to do a skill, not to watch somebody gently, calmly crafting, but I would like people to be able to escape and chill out watching a craft unfold. Lighting stands are good for overhead mics, cams and lights. I need some things. At the moment I've got these clippy things. It's just a clip. I don't even know where it came from, to be honest. I was given it years ago. It was literally just a big clampy clip thing, clips onto the corner of a shelf. Can you expand on what you mean, Bill? Lighting stands? Or do you mean just search lighting stand? Try not to push this, but I actually, because I made this today, the embellishment. Oh, you see, I need a pegboard because all these lemon tweezers keep coming out of my cup that I've got, my scissors and stuff. I have to keep stuff out of the way of Littlin. You watch, she'll soon be at the stage where she's getting a stool. I've taken the stool out of the bathroom that she uses to wash her hands because she's tall enough to wash her hands at the sink without, but she can't reach the soap, so I have to put the soap in the right place. I find that, yeah, it's hard to anticipate what she might do if she had a stool up here, but she'll be in my craft room next, getting stuff down. So my pen knife is always on the top shelf that she can't reach. It's even hard for me to reach. Because these kiddies, their arms are like octopuses. They go way further. This is literally just a new glue I found from Hobbycraft. It's called Tacky Glue, 60ml dries clay. But what I like is it's quick to just pour and get stuck in. I have been using, but I wouldn't use this on normal card, only because it's glitter card, it's thick, so it's not going to get soggy. You should be using a dry glue when, like a glue roller, when you're doing glue on card, things like this, big bits, because then they won't crunch up and crinkle. I'll get there slowly. It's because I do that many different kinds of video. I do some, you know, with my daughter being around, haven't done a live on my laptop for a while because I've just had so much to do, and when you've got Littlin, it's like, how am I going to do it? With the wet glue as well, it enables you to twist. I wish I had, I want to make as many tutorials as I can about glue to help people, because as I say, in England we don't have the tutorials on what kind of glue is best for what, and it takes a while to learn and to judge. That's why sometimes I just can't do card making if I'm too stressed, because it's all the decisions of what to use, what glue, what colours, what backgrounds, and I'm not the best knowledge, I haven't got the best knowledge on all these things. I did art at school, but I got a D. We had to do all this portfolio stuff on artists, and you had to base your art on somebody, and we never actually got taught any art techniques. They just said, do you remember when you had to do at school, did any of you have to do this thing at school where you had to draw? I'm using this spatula because it's not going down very well. When you had to draw something using one line and you couldn't take your pen off the paper, it had to be a continuous line from left to right. Well, not from left. I did a fruit bowl. I did a portrait, and you had to do a line. I think it was kind of to see if you can be imaginative and see if you can disguise the line. But when you got from the ear to the nose, it was like, how do you do it without taking the pen off? I think it might have just been they had to set you something to do for art homework. I did this portrait of Lee Evans, the comedian. That worked quite well. This isn't sticking, look, it's too wet. I'm going to peel it off, I'm going to cut my losses, let that dry. So don't use this to stick to, it worked on that one. Shall I get my treasure glues out? I've got a few that are running out, and if I don't use one too often, if I have a little mini bottle to put them in, they dry up and then I can't get the things through them. Thanks for the link, Bill. I'll have a look later. Yeah, sort of £20 mark is where I'm sort of looking at next to upgrade things rather than 70. Right. So some of my dry glue glue rollers don't work so well, but I have a new one Maybe we should, yes, because they do say this is a good one. I just haven't unboxed it yet. I've reorganised the office a bit and I'm struggling for space at the moment. I need to do it again. Where are you? Didn't I buy one? Maybe I already unboxed it. I don't know. Perhaps I didn't get one. But my glue rollers don't usually work, basically. But I do have an amazing little tape wheel that sticks permanently. Just can't find it right now. And because of this junk here, I can't get the drawer out. It's clever, wasn't it? It's basically a glue tape with a red colour to it. And it's so small I cannot see it in the glue drawer. I've got a whole drawer just for glue. And it's a green drawer, so I know green for glue. Right, it's not actually in here. I've got everything out. Also, really need to sort that drawer out. I'm using my old toddler bibs, not mine, my daughter's toddler bibs, to use as glue wipes as well for like the best stuff. Why can't I find this tape? Oh yeah, Gorilla Glue. Yeah. I've got some too if Myra's still watching. She's probably gone now because I haven't seen much in the chat, but I completely understand if you don't want to keep chatting all day. You've got lives as well. You've got plenty to get on with. Now, I also bought this because it was £1. It's little eyelash, it's not eyelash glue, it looks like it, but it's for intricate work because you just paint it on nicely. Okay, it looks like we're using wet glue. Oh, yeah. So many different glues I can use, but again, I just have to. They cost, some of them cost £5 each, you know, and you don't want to keep buying all these new glues all the time. So what we're doing, tidying up, so you guys can see what I'm working on. That's drying, but it's curling a bit, so I need to get it really moving. So this is going to go on there, so it's need a strong glue. So we're going to use this tacky glue. Oh dear, that's what happens if you touch your silicone. Should have done those bits another day, but that's the thing, you want to still get cracking, don't you? So we'll get rid of this wet glue, put it to one side. This is from, you see I have to stick them so they don't, so I can use them again, but I could alternatively put them, yeah, that's what I need, Bill, but I need it to, some people will do videos from their kitchen and they've clipped it to the side of the worktop where the worktop finishes. Well, in my kitchen, the worktop's where my tummy is, where you are, like facing the camera. Yeah, I feel like with my glues, sometimes I need to have a jug of boiling water to just chuck them in. So I need one of those jar openers. But the glue is still live. I can't take the lid off. You need to remember while I'm talking. You see, this is really hard to squeeze, but the smaller the hole, the less glue you get out. And this is, I'm having to hold this a really unelegant angle to do it. This card costs 30p. Glitter card for an A4 sheet. But I think we'll agree this is a really beautiful looking card now because of the foil and the gold, and if you have a cloth to wipe away any excess glue, better than having a blob left, but ideally I want to avoid it anyway. It is curling a lot, so I really need a dry glue. But my mouse roller glues kind of broke. they kind of get stuck to each other. I don't know if it's my room's too warm or something, but this isn't sticking well. I'm going to cut my losses. In fact, no I'm not. I won't admit defeat. I'm going to pin them. Not the cutest pins for a craft room, but yeah, that's going to work. That will seal it in place enough to because I think the foil decoupage sheets are so delicate. I don't want to crush all of the work I've done as well with the decoupage. I've got my silicone glue drying, so I'm kind of got to be so careful. But it's, I think it's either the glitter glue, the glitter card it doesn't like. I'm gonna, you see that's moved now. I'm glad I'm not a demonstrator. How to make this, how to do this. I'm not doing a great job. Because that's wet glue, I can move it slightly. It's given me some, it's quite forgiving. Literally just pinning down the bits that I can reach without undoing that silicone glue. Can always touch it up with a cocktail stick later, but I don't really want to go to too much time investment in this. I just want to get it done nicely. I don't want to waste, you know, obviously I've been doing this for what, how many hours? But I've been chatting. I don't know, nearly an hour and a half, 2 hours. Wow, I'm still not hungry. This is good for weight loss, very good. Doing a live stream. Just don't feel like I want to eat. God, there's so much there, what a waste. I will eat it. I watch crafting videos and I don't feel that they match what I want from them. Like I want to learn how to make my own cards, to design my own cards, and it's usually like, here's a kit, here's everything you need to make this card. And you're like, what, seriously? I've got to go out and get all that stuff. That would be alright. This has come up off the edge, so I need to, I don't know, it's tricky. Tricky. So we had this bit drying. I could wipe it a bit off to speed up the process. And even with that tacky glue, it wasn't sticking. So really need to find that dry glue. But we have another alternative. We have glue dots, which give a 3D raise if you get them right. Not the glue dots, the glue dots. Yeah, they will still stick up a little bit from the edge. But we have this tape. It is not the permanent type, but it will seal a little bit. I'm trying it again because I just don't have so much space. I've got space in the office to expand, but this kitchen worktop is part of the furniture now. It's built in to the wall. I need to put it on here. So what you do with this stuff, what I do with my chopper as well is I put it in a box on its side, like a little slot, like a pigeonhole. I don't lay it down flat, I just have it vertical, almost like on a toast rack. You might consider. 2 hours to make a card, but no, I have been chatting to my viewers, to you lovely guys. So with this, I can't go fully across because I've been a bit of a mess of it really, because it's 1/4 of an inch in. I can go across here fully without pushing down too hard, because I need to go right to the edge to get a good seal. And then cut. See, I definitely need a pegboard for crafting and YouTube, eBaying, because I need like a quick pen. I need to grab a pen quick, not shuffle around in the box. So when you smooth that on, and again I'm trying not to smooth it too much because I have got the card stood on there. It will dry, that bit that's there. And then you peel off the backing when you're ready. I won't do it yet because it will make it harder to do the other bits. And then you get as close as you can. This one's hard to tear actually. I got these 6 rolls for £1. It was some special raffle where they had a load of returns. The stall holders were doing a raffle using the returned stock. You can't see, sorry, I'm doing it out of shot, am I? We had the returned stock and they were, you paid £1 and you got a raffle ticket and anything, so you basically were guaranteed a prize every time. But I wasn't doing cards for work for business purposes then, I was only doing crafts for leisure. So I didn't jump on it, but one of the prizes was 6 reels of this stuff for £1, which is a bargain. Bargain. So now we can take this off. Backing paper. I have this little wheelie bin from Poundland I use for my desktop scraps of paper, and the big stuff goes underneath the desk in the bin there, but I feel like I need I don't really want to keep bending under the table to get rid of paper. You know, tiny little changes you can make. If you chuck paper away 20 times an hour, or backing labels or whatever, and you're reaching under your desk all the time, it's not the best use of time. I need like a little hatch to drop it. Serving hatch. Really grateful, guys, for you sticking around. I'm feeling happy and chilled, so that's all good. See what happens later when we all tune into the monumental Friday Night Live. See, I don't know. We're going to have a takeaway tonight, but we've got so much food in the house to still eat up. Although I don't fancy cooking, so maybe we will. Maybe I will say, "Hey, babe, can we have a takeaway after all?" So I'm not trying to lose weight anymore. I've got too much going on to really bother with trying to lose weight. It's funny me trying to do this upside down. So this is this double-sided tape. So once you've got it on, you have to stick to it. Stick to it. I'm not a poet. I'm not even a comedian by the look of it. But once you've stuck that down, there's no raise from the surface. It's purely straight on there. I haven't looked at my watch on my phone to see if I've got any messages. I've got a text. That's okay. And my WhatsApp is on my computer, so I can't check that. I'm sure everything's okay. So these little bits here are not sticking. That's a little bit annoying, but I know better now to use proper. It takes longer to put that tape on, but if it's going to be a showpiece that someone will put on their mantelpiece for a few days, then you got to do it. So this one, I'm going to use foam bits, which can come in different guises, but the foam is 3D. You're still here, just waiting through hundreds of DVDs. You'll try and make an appearance. Yeah, cool. I don't know. Who knows? I was lucky enough to be on there twice. No, it's funny, isn't it, when people kind of say, "Go on, you go on the telly." It's like, okay, not on the telly, but on the. I don't need any encouragement, but I do if it's a new community or something. Because guesting on live streams was a new thing really since lockdown for me. People didn't really do it. Live streaming was, for me, it was the YouTube, the Facebook thing. It was like, I can go live from a festival, like a French market festival or something, or I can. So this is really thick. Actually, I should be saving this for something more important. But look, it goes the whole width, so I'm going to go for it. Right. Between those two marks, looks like. There we go. Oops. I feel like I should have manicured nails to do a video like this. No pressure, I'm just, just kind of thinking I probably should try and look after my hands a bit more. I can put them on camera. Now, if I stick this on, can I get it off? But it's going to give some structure at least to the shape of the curved card that I've just lost. But I didn't realise it was the same size, so I'm going to trim some of that off because it won't look good at all. I've got to try and do it at an angle, so I don't disturb the original. Oh, it's not even coming off. Oh, yeah, it'll be alright. Oh, happy days. They don't normally peel off that well. I perhaps used the wrong stuff. This is probably not double-sided. This is handmade for my mother anyway, so she will... These tweezers are broken. They have a bit of a blip in them, so they're not the best to use. I've got a picky tool instead. So not hungry. It's weird. I think I've just been that... Bye, Belle. See you later. Take care. Have a good day with your lovelies. With Lucy and Lily. Take care. Thank you so much for coming. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it. Right. So I've got our 3D that way instead of the gel, which is more of a faff, to be honest. That was going... See, I'm not focusing on what I should be doing. I'll kind of hold it above until it's in position. That's better. Now that looks really nice as a 3D, but I should have gone a little bit bigger on there, but it's done now, so I'll know for next time. Normally it is 1/4 of an inch around everything, but that's more for the edge. I don't like the white around the edge actually, but again, it's too late now. You cannot peel stuff off that's glued. It's like, it just doesn't work. That's the best we're going to get, I think, on this card. And I didn't use the extra bits, but I could perhaps put one along the back there. So if we are in position, do I go for 3D again with the foam for the middle? Maybe. I'm starting to feel a bit sick. I need to eat some food. Isn't it funny how your body tricks you? On your own channel, Bill, or on Andrew's? That's the thing, when people do so many lives, you don't want to detract from anyone else's channel. But it's a free country. That's another thing, foam is not good for scissors. Apologies for the sound effects. Where are we then? Nearly done. I think they will look better raised off the surface. For speed, I might just use this quick. I'm not going to use the little scissors though, because it will be a nightmare to clean. So measure it dry. Just got to get some speed up, I think, on my crafting. But that's the whole point. You're supposed to do it to chill, aren't you? Before I put it on, just double check. Yeah, that's okay. It's like putting a plaster on. Go to the earphones, see what Coronation Street's doing. I don't know, something about just mindlessly watching stuff, like people you know for years on the screen. Watching I might, there's a way you can access YouTube music from the library to play in the background to appear on video, but still an extra device I need to use to connect that from the one I'm filming on. And if you've noticed, I haven't got laptop space on this desk right now because it's taken up with my tools. Also need to get my plugs off the desk as well. Right on top of a box at the moment. Can't believe Myra talked me into doing a less glamorous picture on my Instagram. It's usually Annabelle I feature on Instagram, not like a, oh, here's my back end setup. Again, I do need to be more real. It's dried. It's kind of funny. Put some more on. I'm going to put some more gel. You see, I've not seen any, they didn't really give any instructions on how to use the gel and how to keep it going, how to make sure that it sticks, it's stuck on enough, but just squash it. I love this pattern, it's so pretty. The original that I bought, you know, the right, there we go. It's nice using the thicker foam. Just gonna have to be pushed on later. Just tiny little tap for now, and then I have to push it from this side because I don't want to squash my other bits. As long as it's on enough for now. Nearly done. I always can't believe I'm making a card for my mum in birthday's in March, and I made this in what are we now? October the 16th. That one's gone a bit wrong. So funny. These are just the cheap tweezers, these particular ones. Yeah, I think I need to get my pegboard sorted, and then I can at least a DIY free version, because again, if I buy a pegboard, I can't buy the better camera mount or lighting mount. There we go. Are we done? Got some glue to pop under there, but right, so that's done. Then to fix this, a little bit of glue with a little, I've got, tidy up a minute, I've got a crochet hook. It's tiny. That would be great for that. I actually quite like that now. I'm feeling more accomplished. I watched a webinar last night by Jennifer Maker. She's a really clever businesswoman, crafter. She's got 2 degrees and a master's, I think, as well, from America. And she did a lovely webinar. Obviously, webinars are to give value and then sell something. But she did a personality thing of the 5 personality types of crafters. And this is why I use these little bibs, because they're really nice to wipe old glue up with once you once you finish, you've got to put the lids on everything. This one hasn't got the lid, so put a bit of tape on top. It's not the best, but. And then my mum will be in shock. I've actually made a birthday card early. Normally I'm rushing around so much that I don't get to do the insides or the back, or so. This crochet hook is so tiny. I think I can use that to put some thicker glue in. And then spread it. Can't bend it too much. Okay. Just spreading it to the edges as much as I can, so it definitely glues when we get to the edge point. There we go. I don't normally like getting glue everywhere, but it's knowing and judging how much glue I'm going to get. But at least with the cloth I can wipe away the blob. So I need a way to the money personality, not money personality, the crafters personality video was all about the there's different people. I forgot the first one. I think the first one is a thumb. I forgot when that was linked to. Thumbs up. You're a collaborator. You have to do crafts with other people. That's why you join a club or something. I'm not really that type, and it's like you need validation from others. You need a thumbs up from people, and the way to get satisfaction, the way to overcome that barrier is to do a craft club, join other people, share your work, post your work on social media. The next one was was it the researcher, the person who has to research everything before they start a project? I'm a bit like that. I kind of feel like I have to get a grip on everything before I've just made this up. I just had to work out how to get the glue and this little bit here. So I have to, but she said the way to get over that is to just realise at some point you just need to get started, just to draw a line and get crafting. So I don't know. I'm assuming he does it every Friday. He'll probably need one after getting into the unit and shifting all his stuff about and holding down a full-time job. He has a job, doesn't he? A day job. I don't know if it's full-time, but probably is. He'll probably need a stiff drink after moving into the premises. Lugging stuff about is the worst thing, I think, about moving. You get the benefits of moving into a new premises, but now I've got these new little headphones, I'll be able to listen in even if I can't be in properly. Squash, lemonade. I was brought up on orange squash, and I don't remember the last time I actually bought orange squash at all. It's become a sneaky way to get my daughter to drink loads more water, though. If she's not drinking enough, she will absolutely knock back loads of juice. Squash, cordial if I gave it to her. I never called juice until I was a mum. It's just that commonly understood lingo. So if I were to make cards to sell, I would do about 6 of these in one go. And I would get better at my gluing technique. I'll probably press down a bit more and add a bit extra glue to make sure they're in position. I'll be clearer on my... I don't need to debrief. I don't know why I'm debriefing. It's quite funny, really. The other thing about the personalities was perfectionism. There's a perfectionist person. And so that's me as well. I'm a perfectionist. So they said the way to get over that is progress over perfection. Just get it done. Like, in other words, don't worry about the design of having a really perfect card. Just get stuck in and get something made. So I've made that one. So ta-da! Still in my dressing gown. I'll get showered soon. All sorted and proper. So we're going to actually look at a card today, hopefully. A beamer. I had a beamer before, and then I needed more space because I was buying toys for my little, and I needed more boot space for our stuff plus the stuff I'd buy. So we've got a Volvo Estate, which was great, but now I need to sell it and get a sort of bigger car. So normally I could put, I've got these scraps that go with the same design, not Nefertiti, but this one. It's a shame. I could perhaps put it on the envelope. Who knows? We have a vertical strip here. I kind of feel like it's a shame because I don't want to waste any. I've got two. I've got the smaller. Oh, it's the same. It's just I didn't trim the edge off, did I? I feel like that kind of goes better, but it's a bit short. It's half an inch too short. That would be nice to put inside the card. I feel like it might have to go here. I'm trying to work on my card making that I always put an insert inside so it looks like a posh one from the shops, you know, when they have the wording in as well. I haven't really got to the aesthetics of that, and I certainly won't be able to put one together very quickly of this. I don't want to do a knockoff where I scan, you know, in theory I could scan the backing. Oh, I thought I did it back to front for a minute then. Oh, just because I was holding it for you guys. I could do a scan of the backing paper that I had and then photocopy it at light, you know, lighter setting, because it's just for personal use. I probably could get away with that then. So I've already bent this now, so I can't cut it in the right position, but it doesn't matter. But I'm going to use the pencil to do the back, measure it from the back. My watch says I need to stand. I have not been standing. Yeah, I'm going to just chop that as it is. Just a lazy day today. It's good. Look at this stuff. Yeah, I'm going to have to do this clean up later. Right, let's get this glued on. Again, it's not going to, I don't think it's going to, if I use wet glue, it might do a bit of a, but I don't trust myself with the tape on a thin strip, so I'm going to use wet glue. I need to get my mouse roller. Isn't it amazing how many glues you need though? You see, because I've left this vertical, it's not squeezing again. Come on. It's so thick. Can't just double check the front of the card. It's on the right side. And I'm going to stamp the inside, and I want to do a handmade stamp on the back as well. Right, will finish one thing properly. Oh yes, I was saying about the perfectionism side. The tip for getting over being a perfectionist is to finish a project, get it finished, and then move on to something else. I think that was part of it. You know, if you actually finish something completely, it does more for you. That looks cute. I'm almost tempted to put another one here, but then it would look like a book, an old scripture book or something. So I want a little, and this is one thing I'm pleased about. I did, oops, I've got a rug in here now, so I can't spin the chair over. I have tidied a whole drawer of, here we go, handmade by, of stamps, so I can get to my stamps really easily, but they're still a bit full. But I want the stamp. I've got mum stamp and I've got a happy birthday stamp. That's a bit pretty for inside for the kind of design we've got, but I still think sister, can you see where I'm at with these? You can't, can you? Sorry. Mother, mum. I don't think I'd need to have mum inside the card. Am I just going to do one of them? It's on there already. Yeah. I haven't done this for a while. Sorry you heard that, guys, if you're in the background. I think, yeah, I need a bigger. These are just spares. I haven't got tied it yet. So my acrylic blocks are a new thing for me. I bought a load last year in a stash. Oh, it's not even sticking. Ah. And I've got my inks. I've got a gold ink could look nice. I should have done a stamp on a piece of card to cut it out, but I won't do that. So it's a bit of gold. Have I got gold? I need to do a little guide. So have a look and I can see it at an instant what colours I've got. Okay, I'll chuck some down. Yep, of course. I'll have to go for silver, I think. Back in a second. Baby duty. Come on. Here you go, darling. There you go, darling. There you go. Hold up. We are going to get this finished. 2 hours. So sorry. The other colours I've got. Are clear colour. With gold embossing powder, but then I'd have to get my ink tool out. I don't. Oh, it's here. Ah. Look at this, guys. This will be cool for me to show you. I don't think this. It's clear embossing ink, although I can't seem to find it. What I've done with it. It's crazy. What have I done with it then? Okay, let's just go for the gold and silver then, I think. Because I don't know enough about my figgies. This is the thing though. Do Doing this on live forces me to finish it properly. Okay, we're just going to do it as it is on silver ink. I have got an embossing pad that does clear, and then you put powder on it. Hey Amber, hey! Aid says not sure, Chris. He hasn't said that he isn't. I would assume, unless Andrew says he's not doing one, he is on. Amber, I'm just doing arts and crafts, sweetie. I have. Oh, you did a show yesterday, but when you did one Wednesday, and I was thinking, oh, it can't be your proper show, because Wednesday is Thursday's your day, isn't it? But it's on the other channel. That's why I missed it. I wasn't subscribed. When I'm on my phone, I can't always subscribe to people so easily. I can't always find them in the search. Although I thought I was subscribed. Maybe it took me off because I hadn't watched a video of it's not too new. What's the name? I can't remember her name. Flipping Deals. Your friend. How are you doing anyway? Are you still here, or did I see you too late? So this isn't lined up right. I've got this new tool to try on my craft box, but I need to. I'm pushing myself to finish something off, Amber. So this is my mum's birthday. I'm going to stamp that there, but I really feel like I do need to layer it up today. I'm not very good at stamping. Don't even know if the stamp pad will work, so I need to do a scrap tester, which I don't often do either. It's great to hear Annabelle's daddy laughing. There, she's changing her clothes and just like trying to work out. So with stamping, they say you use the stamp to tap onto the. You use the pad to tap onto the stamp. Oh, you'll be going this afternoon? Okay, cool. I might be in the car shopping, but I will have a tune in for you. Out Country Sales is my lovely friend Amber. She's really sweet. She's got a really down-to-earth manner, and she's a reseller from. If you're too busy to chat, I can do it for you. I just because you know me, I'll just chat all day. See, I've got a bit of ink on there. You're from Wisconsin, aren't you, Amber? It's a pain having to type all the time, isn't it, in the chat when people. In fact, I haven't cleaned this block, so it could be dusty from when I bought it. Let's just see. Oh wait, I think I can emboss from this. I can, guys. You guys are going to see some embossing. Old school. Yeah, I'm going to emboss this with gold embossing powder. Because finally, I'm forcing myself to go from start to finish on a project. I've gone all the way around the edge on that one. So I can go from start to finish. I'm going to have to get the embossing. And I've got my tools at hand. They're not in a box somewhere on the roof. Not the roof, on the tall bit of my craft room. This is a plate I've had for ages for this purpose because I haven't found the best way to do it yet. And I always used to think, oh, I need to do loads of stamping in one go because it's too much. It will take me too long. Oh, it's okay. Why did I put a huge pair of scissors straight in my little pen pot? How's the weather where you are, Amber? Is it really cold, or because I think you're a bit more not necessarily tucked out the way, but you're not in a really built up area, are you? So it's going to be a bit colder. Whereas I'm in a residential area, it's easier to have a bit more shelter out on the farm, for example. So I'm just going to stamp this again. And this is Hobbycraft stamp. Because for a while there weren't any, to make sure I do it on the right side, there weren't many shops that were selling craft things for a while. So I only go into Hobbycraft. Now it's all back again, it's popular. So there we go. It's the best I can do. If it wasn't good enough, it's because And this is, I think I actually got this from, well, you can see there's a name and a number in there, but I got this from eBay, I believe. You had to Google that. Your geography isn't good. I know. I keep saying I need like a map. Basically, put all this embossing powder on. I'll see if this pad is too old, like 10 years too old. I think it might be 3 years old, this ink pad. I remember when I only had one. I've got nowhere near the amount of kit as someone who's professionally doing cards will have. So I have 2 plates to tidy up when I've done this. And look, in theory, the gold should stay on to reveal happy birthday. We'll do that in a sec and I'll emboss that. But yeah, if the ink thing is too old, it won't emboss at all. But I'm happy to say my heat tool. I knew I'd need this old eyeliner brush, eyeshadow brush. Only filed that away yesterday. I've got to unplug something. Okay. What is plugged into the black one? That's the printer that I'm not using. I can do that one. I have so few plugs. This is an old house that hasn't got a wiring I could do with. I think if I started to need plugs for filming on top of craft work, I would literally have to do a feed from the hallway. So let's just get the heat on the middle. Can you see that? It's starting to melt. It's not amazing, it's not enough glue on there, but it will melt everything that's on there in a minute. I think I'll just wreck the card. Should have done a test run. Guess that ink pad isn't sticky enough. So it's supposed to have embossed happy birthday, but it didn't do a great job. So it's blown all the ink everywhere. I was going to wipe it, but it's blown it all. I'll just have to brush that down onto there a minute. Oh, that not doing very well today, but progress over perfect. Have a card for my mother. Perfect or not. Now I'm like, I need a baby wipe. So all the bits. To be honest, I am a bit OCD with all of the. I don't think I've seen anyone goof up as much in any craft video that I've watched. I had a lovely. Oh, I'm wiping it and it's not even coming off. Oh, I've glittered everywhere. That just didn't glue at all. That just did not stick on there. The idea was this. It said for embossing. Perfect for stamping and embossing. It works best with non-glossy paper. So you dab the pad onto your design, place your stamp down on the paper and press evenly. While the ink is wet, pour over your embossing powder until it's completely covered. Tip the excess powder back into the pot and put your heat tool on till it starts to melt. Blah 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 blah. Practice on a scrap piece of paper first. There we go. Hopefully you'll learn from my mistakes. Let's give this a quick wipe first. I have this little. I need a little spray bottle actually. I don't know where I've put my spray bottles. Had them all yesterday. I've got a little mat to clean up. I've got a. Let's give it a little wipe. Okay. And then you're supposed to just pop them straight back into your mat. Your, the sticky mat where all of them go from. So I've got to fix that basically. And all of that is dry now, but I don't know if it's the powder, It doesn't actually say. I reckon that's just glitter. I don't think that's powder. I think I picked the wrong one up from the drawer. That's perhaps what it is. So don't chuck the ink pad away until you know for sure. Let's get this ASMR stuff going. Put this in here. It might just be glitter because I think I actually didn't buy that one. I think that was one. I'll be able to tell you in a second. I think that might be glitter because for my other embossing ones, I've got a clear one and a white one. It's different supplier. The ones I bought. See if I can redeem myself by making the same one. All I need is a white piece of card to stick over the top to say happy birthday on it. White card, where are you? I'm just getting a piece of card. I'll just keep it simple, a nice piece of rectangle. And I'm just going to stamp on it first and I'll cut it out after. Right, let's try this again. Acrylic block. So tidy stuff out the way. How do they do it on these shopping channels, honestly? Right, here we go. Here we go. To be honest though, they probably do fail as much as I do, but they're so experienced by the time their channels got big and it comes up in my search that I end up watching the craft channels when they're perfect. That's better. This is the one I was trying to show you. This is definitely one I bought off Amazon or eBay. So it's called EnglishStamp.com because I bought several of these 3 to 4 years ago. Probably 4 years ago. So I'm going to stamp with this and see how it's different. So I'm going to stamp on some scrap paper this time. I think the stamp pad's probably good because it's not been opened. It's not been left open too much. Looks alright to me. If I put it in the middle, I can cut it out. And I've got it right. Can you see, guys? Sorry, I haven't mapped out the angle. Yeah, it's not very bright, is it, that? I probably need to just let Annabelle use that stamp pad, the ink pad actually. I hoard everything. I need to turn some stuff out, at least if I have it in her craft drawer. Then she doesn't mean she's got 100%. That's better. Look, look. And this is what I wanted to show you. And then this is where you use an old makeup brush. Whoops. To flick off the excess so it doesn't go speckled too much when you heat it. But I now need to dab a bit more on because I wiped it off. That's better. So it was an error in the product. Do it again. But this is teaching me to slow down even more. This is all good. All these mistakes I'm making are slowing me down. So now we can get the heat tool out. But let's first don't tempt fate. Let's just tidy up first and get all this out of the way. So the reason I have paper plate so I can just angle it down. It stays, it doesn't pop open. It's rigid. It folds all right. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to get bits of glitter everywhere, but still. That's why the glitter, I was thinking, I can't cope with this every time. I'm getting all the much glitter everywhere. It's because it didn't stick. Look at the difference between that and that. I wonder if I can cut that bit out later and use it as a do's and don'ts of embossing. Right. So this is, this was from QD actually, but Mark used it to strip paint. That's why it's looking a bit unloved. It's got paint all over it. Just hold it out. And slowly see it starting to turn. It'll go shiny when it's heated. Just doing the edges now. Oh, look at that. That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted. I mean, it only took 5 minutes, perhaps. It wasn't that long, really. I think for an inside of a card, it's acceptable to have a stamped image, not a specially cut doodah. This is why I have a trolley to shove stuff on, but at the moment, because I've got this rug in the middle of the room and I've got too much stuff, I haven't got my trolley going. So I dump everything on the trolley when I'm finished off the desk area. And then I can get cracking. Okay, so I'm not very good at manually cutting, so I haven't been able to get my cutter to cut this bit out to stick on top of there. So it needs to be all that way. So it needs to, it's about, well, I don't know what size that is. Put this down a minute. Try that. But almost perfect. A bit too little, but it's okay. It'll be all right. A bit narrow on the bottom then. Here we go. Oh, and you know what? When I've done this one, I'm now going to do the other. No, I'm not. I'm joking. I'm not going to do the other card now on this live. I'll do that another day. That's going to be too close. Right. Because this cutter is really short, close to the edge, you have to lift the blade to the middle, put it down, and run it up and down. That's perhaps the best cut I'm going to get. I might be able to snip tiny bit of this one, but I need to again lift up, put the blade down and go up and down. There we go. That's my embellishment. That's going to stick onto there. I'm going to do it 3D so it looks like I've done it on purpose. And eat another onion ring. Crisp. If I was making card for a client, I would not be eating at the same time. I don't think it's the best hygiene practice to do so. But as it's for my mum, she won't mind if it smells of onion. No, it's not smelling of onion. I'm wiping my hands between time. I think there's some things you shouldn't talk about. Hey Sue, you visited. Oh, Sue, I just said hello to you and Sue came on. You visited York. Oh, it's a lovely, lovely place, especially this time of year. I had a really amazing weekend in York. I'll definitely go again. Where else did you go in the UK? And did you go to the Shambles? The Shambles, guys, is a sort of. I'm going to have to put some footage of it on YouTube. I don't want to use this flat tape. I don't want to use this thick tape because it's quite special, really. I haven't got much of it. I don't know when I should be using this, but if I've got smaller ones to use, I should be using that instead. The silicone stuff is too runny. I don't need to build up layers with it. So I'm going to go for my foam dot thingies. The Shambles is a lovely little shopping street where at one point you look and the buildings look like they're joined together at the top. They overhang. I think it's not a Saxon type of building, is it? The Tudors and Stuarts. Now this is the only one left I've got, so I might just chop that one up into 4 and use that one to stick this on. But it is very picky, very fiddly. very historic. It's beautiful. I took so many pictures. It was freezing cold, but I took so many pictures. And it was actually chucking it down with rain. But it was quite good for nipping in to a pub every now and then. You could have. It's funny. I've never done sightseeing, gone to so many pubs, but it depends who you're with, isn't it? It's everyone sightsees in a different way. But when you're on holiday, you're exploring, you're on a city break, you know, have a little pub lunch. I mean, you've got to keep warm. No, I really loved it. I like Edinburgh as well. I think Edinburgh's nice. Yorkshire then, Chris. So, Barnsley. Is that Yorkshire as well? It's a gorgeous place. Lovely. I've been to Burnley. So we're going to pop that in on top there. There we go. All fixed. All done. I just need a stamp on the back. Tart up the envelope a little bit, not a lot. I've got that bit we can still use and a bit of stuff there. Oh, I'm pleased with that actually. Handmade by, this is just a cheap plastic, you know, like a multi-pack one you get from a little kid's shop. I'm going to open that up to flatten it out to type there. And I've got to do some sort of handwriting. I'm not going to use the sparkle stuff. And get rid of my glues. Tidy as you go, I think is the motto. Do you know what? I had a pot of embossing stuff sat right there that was gold. Could have used that one that I definitely knew was for embossing. Stamp wise, what colour have I got? I can't believe I don't have gold. Should we see how? Could have done a navy blue base for that one, couldn't I? I just want to do a nice colour. I have got some more somewhere. These are some of the ones I got for. That's why I couldn't. Oh, look, this is the one I was looking for. The clear one. The ease with embossing stuff. And once that's gone, you definitely need a new one. So I've got a lid. Why is it on its own? Oh, there it is. I looked for it earlier, I couldn't find it. I kept this one thinking I'm going to need that for something, I'm sure. This is Instant Pigment Ink. Versafine Archival. It oil-based. It brings out the finer details. It's great for scrapbooking. Resists water. Perfect for outline and watercolouring. And it cleans up easily with water. And it conditions the stamps. It's cool. But it might be old. It might be too dead to use. But this is where I've been so stressed out to just reach through, to grab the box off the top shelf and grab some stuff. Oh wow, look at that. There goes. This was just from a stash. I just bought someone's old stuff. So even though I'm going old school with some of my crafting things, people are like turning out boxes of craft stuff and all sorts of treats inside that I haven't even touched, which is good. That's why, you know, when I said earlier that I have a big, my personality, I like to have lots of interesting things in my life. I can't just do a sort of same old routine. You know, I have to have lots of different things going on. Oh, look at that. That is so clear. I need to get some archival stuff, don't I? I hope that I will inspire one or two people to come back and watch the odd crafting video regularly. I need to wipe. I need to clean this table. You know, by learning from, you know, start with a kit like this, and then if I should sprinkle some. I wonder if it might make a little nice little mottoed effect. That's a nice way to use the scraps. No, it's blowing off. It's blowing off. There's nothing to stick it on. No, that's fine. I've learnt my lesson. There's a little stand on there. I need to put that one on it. Okay. Just need to do. Can I do calligraphy writing? I haven't got. Oh, Can I put my sticker on there? I could do. I've got these gorgeous pens. We've got small calligraphy, B for brush, fine and medium. The brush is my best chance at writing neatly, I think. If I like Natasha. I don't know how to do any fancy brush lettering. I was trying to do a fancy end thing, but it went a bit wrong because I was thinking I should turn this around for you guys, but I can't. So it sounds too. That's terrible, but hey, my mum knows my handwriting is not very good. So there's our card. I've got the thing inside, and I could actually, if I wanted to make that better, I would have put a piece of just what I've just thought now, piece of white paper inside, the same size as this, some gold thread, and make a tassel to really pimp it up. But I'll probably only do that if I was going to make about 6 of these, you know, to really go for the effort to do several. So there's that, and then there's the envelope. Just want to do something really cute on the envelope to give it that extra effect. To use these bits because I'm not going to get to use them otherwise. And then we're done. I'll let you guys go and enjoy the rest of your day. Obviously, free to leave at any time anyway. But I really appreciate you guys. It helps my watch time. I'm nearly at 2,000 hours now, so it's paying off. It's paying off. I should probably just fold this in half because I'm not going to get a full. Yeah, I'm not going to get a full bit. No waste at all. Not going to waste this one. So there's loads of really cool things you can do with envelopes. You can emboss them, run them through a machine, but I'm not getting everything out now to do that. But you can. I've got a board. Oh, this is a quick tip. Really quick one I can do. I'm pleased now. Actually, I spent so long organising my office. Although I think ancient Egypt, is there any shape I could put? No. I've just got rectangles and circles and flowers. I don't think they fit. No, we won't emboss the envelope. We'll leave it as is. Could have done some straight lines though, but I'm just going to glue that as it is. So I need to think the right glue for this quickly because this is going to be very greasy. I think I need to get my tape out. I don't think I need a glue drawer. I think I need all this stuff hanging on the wall. I don't think my tapes need to be on the wall. I was really desperate to try and incorporate arts and crafts into my French teaching business a while back because I'd have all these kids coming to my French clubs. I would have less kids in one class and I would charge more, so it would be more beneficial to the children to have a shorter session. A shorter session and more time with me. I've gone a bit too far over there. Put a bit extra on this end. And we would do, you know, really good fun stuff. So I'd have 6 maximum in class. And we would do all sorts of crafts because obviously it'd be great for me to share with them all the stuff I've got. If only I had that opportunity as a child, I would be like, wow, did all those crafts. Although my parents were amazing, they did buy me craft sets for birthday and stuff. So I've done that wrong. So I could really enjoy crafting. But I used to do these I used to do crafts and card making in the lessons with the boys. I used to teach French too in their house. I used to turn up every week. And the more real life we got with the activities, the more they would really remember the session and forget they were learning. So I really would love to see how I can get crafts. Open the lid before you stick it down. Get more crafts into the lives of kiddies with something that I would do that would be feasible, financially feasible for me to do. At the moment, I'm not sure I can really put together craft kits for children because the CE rules of toys and you have to have everything CE tested. I know that's a bit strange, but at least it kind of matches the card a little bit. And then we're going to have this bit on top there. It's a shame that this bit didn't get used really, because I could have used that on there. I think it's a bit much on the envelope. I don't know. We'll see. We'll put this one on first. I don't know because it's a funny shape. That's where I need my other glue. It's sort of an acrylic glue. That won't go anywhere now. That's proper stuck on. But this, it's a funny shape, isn't it? It's almost like Pritt stick. I need a Pritt stick kind of glue. I'm literally giving you guys a whole tour of glues. This is this one will be alright. This is from Poundland. I always get stuff from Poundland where I can because you can't get it from there. Oh, you just noted your spanner. Bless you. Yeah, that was perhaps the last video. You're welcome. Best behaviour, mind. No, you tend to suss out people. So this. I was wondering why I wasn't able to do things. My spanners weren't working when I was given a spanner like last week, and somebody said it's actually a glitch. There was a glitch with YouTube that people weren't getting their spanner privileges. I was like, okay. I think that might have been 2 weeks ago actually. Does that not look like the outground of R2-D2's head? No, C3PO I mean. C3PO. I've got Disney ones of these decoupages. I bought a whole bundle for £1 for my car boot. I'm so glad I bought all these now because it is really healing. It's really made me feel better. Finishing a card off from start to finish. Having you guys here means I've actually got to be accountable to finish the card. Not just mess about doing some. That glooped a bit too. This can go in the wash, but if it doesn't stick together. It's just so sad when you have all these baby bibs and you can't use them and you don't want to sell them because who wants to have someone else's baby food stains on a bib? You know, mums will happily buy all sorts of used baby items, but so yep. See, we had to go car shopping. Oh, there's all these extra things I could do, like glitter the edge, but I'm not going to faff around. I don't even know who in this day and age really decorates an envelope, but as it is my mum's birthday, that's done. And there we go. Give you a final tour. A final guided view of it. So that I made with just simply assembling all the little bits into layers to make the head, the bust of Tutankhamun, and then I layered up the same. I added gold glitter card underneath each bit and used 3D pads and 3D glue to attach in different places, and then from the just kind of working out the best position to put each item, and then I've used up the other bits by putting a bit inside. I've stamped this. This is an extra stamp thing. You have to have the stamp already, but you could just write happy birthday inside instead, and a little thingy. So I could stamp my mum's name inside, but that could be overkill. I could stamp my mum's name on the top there. It might be a nice little thing to do for her, but normally wouldn't do that. I could use my vinyl machine to cut some stickers and put that on later as well. But there we go, finally finished a card. I shouldn't leave it in there because any glue bits will apparently stick. This is my acrylic glue. Oh, it feels like there is some still in there. This is an acetone based glue, not acrylic, sorry. And it gives you a bit of wiggle room. You let it evaporate a little bit before you stick it on. Thank you, appreciate that. Thank you, Amber. And this is a new all-purpose one that I bought. I thought I would just try it because it seems quite common in craft shops. So there we go. I can round this off. I'm going to say a huge thank you to everybody. I am going to eat my sandwich now. It's not got crusty, it's fine. And I haven't got too much tidying to do because I did. Oh gosh, I think Annabelle's in a poo and Daddy's like, look at the size of that. Bless her. That's 2 days. 2 days worth, babe. Bless her heart. Oh, and I'm going to see my little girl now. Yeah, so this mat, just the cleaning up parts of crafting, it's easier if you have a piece of foam. You guys who are resellers will find it easier because if you literally you spray it and wipe it off, and it can go back into your, you wash it off with water, whereas I've got a bit of cleaning spray in here. Just spray that on, wipe it off, and it just seals everything up nicely for the next use. I'm going to dab that on my glue stick, glue cloth just to dry it. There we go. And then if you put everything away now, you know you've not left anything out that shouldn't be out to be messed up later, because I find that's the biggest thing with crafting. If you've got all the kit, or even if you haven't got the kit, if you don't have it all tidied away nicely, A, you won't remember you've got it to even use it, but B, you won't be able to find it when you want to use it. So it's a big difference for me in sorting it. And also, if you tidy it straight away, you don't leave any glue on something that shouldn't be glued or whatever. So there we go. I shall thank you so much. I keep saying thank you. Thanks, Aid. Appreciate it. So, any requests for future lives? How was this one in terms of, you know, some of you guys are amazing. You've stuck in for at least an hour of it, each of you. So that you're either really lovely people who've supported me, or it wasn't too bad as a user experience to watch. I think I might still put on a few more of these because I'm going to be doing more crafting as Christmas comes. I've got Christmas orders, but I will slowly, hopefully, build an audience on my craft YouTube channel when I get that launched to help build that watch time over time, so that I get a little bit of content trickling through and a little bit of viewership. So maybe next year I can go for monetization in a year's time. So I won't need to bombard this channel with crafts. But if I've got my setup now with the overhead camera and the lamp, it's a bit wobbly, but even if it takes me 5 minutes to realign the camera here, I will be doing crafts here. This is my setup. I've managed to do it today, so I've got my head around it. And if I take Zolf's information, Zolf's photography channel, if I take his advice on using my action cam and just ordering Zolf Photography, ZULF, if I take his advice to use my action camera as a camera, then I will be able to try that. But it's a next step for me at the moment, because I've got to then connect it to a computer and then have the space for that computer running. But it will be better for me because I can do it from YouTube, not StreamYard, can't I? Because the camera will be that one main camera, possibly. We shall see. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Any negatives as well, please let me know. I'm happy to take negative feedback, critical feedback, constructive feedback on the whole thing. I know it's not a video, so of course it's going to take longer to do a project and that kind of thing, but to do a live, the purpose of a live for other people is to entertain, to illustrate, to show, to give people something to listen to have company, to keep them busy, to keep them connected while they're doing other things. It's always motivating to watch someone do something while you're doing something. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. All right, guys, have a wonderful Friday night, Friday afternoon, and I'm going to try and scroll up on the camera to find the off button because I'm now landscape. But yeah, take care. Don't forget to thumbs up on the way out. I'm going to put my thumb on the camera to tilt it this way. Oh, here we go. I can now end it. So appreciative and best of wishes. Bye bye. Maybe see you guys later on Andrew's channel if he's doing a live. Yeah. And that's it for now. Ciao for now. Bye bye.